Hello and welcome to DnD Riiga session 73. I am ready to give you a great session filled with all kinds of excitement. It's actually probably going to be fairly quiet, as in stealth, but we'll see what actually exists. Oh, I haven't picked anyone for the summary yet. How could I forget?
Distribute.
Okay, Virgil, we're giving the summary.
Hello, listeners. When we last left our faithful party, they were underneath the city in the sewer system. And they decided to use the riots that are currently going on in Costar's village in the lower half of the city as a distraction, because it'll be drawing guards away from other institutes. So we've decided to use this to investigate the tunnels underneath the Castle Institute and the Red Temple. We wound our way through the labyrinth underneath the city. We did battle with 4 ether zombies, and we managed to dispatch them without so much as taking a scratch. We've done some investigating of the tunnels here, and we've reached this room here, which has a secret lever that opens a door into a library we theorize is somewhere in the Castle Institute. We went in, and we found there was a tribunus just standing there guarding it. And Satsuka and I are about to go back in to investigate a bit more to figure out if it is the lower archive, and if it is, we're going to try and get a copy of the book in Tangier. For
Etherturgy.
Etherturgy.
In
Which is in
Tangier
the
is...
Intangier section.
Yes. Intangier is just the study of magic things.
Indeed. So I think that's everything. I don't think there's any other pertinent information to suggest.
I suppose it was a fairly
straightforward
session. Anyone want to add anything to that summary?
Thinking.
We are all in the position of a reverse J.
Great addition. Okay, yeah, no more comments.
No, it's a J.
We are all in formation of a J.
An uppercase J. Now you're a cross or a T. Now you're an H.
Incredible how a single
Or a
man can
Y.
change it so much.
Now you're an I or an H. Alright, let's get into it. Let me just see who's actually present. Atlas, are you around?
Hi.
Yep, Dennis? No, he was doing something, wasn't he? T, you're there.
Yeah.
Daz?
Yep.
I heard Virgil and Yule. Okay. I think Dennis is just getting lunch, but he will be back shortly. Okay, over to you guys. It is, I think it's getting on in the afternoon now, as I recall.
Early afternoon, I
But
believe.
it is getting hard to tell the longer you spend underground. So,
Oh,
what do you guys want to do?
alright.
Wasn't Elmer and Sasuke already in the library?
We came out right at the end of the last session, just to tell you.
Okay, sorry.
Yep, all the party has all the updates about what's in there.
Alright. Satsuka and I are going to go back in there and try and have a look for this Etherturgy book if it's within easy reach. So, yes, we'll have a quick look. If we can't find it, we'll try and also determine if this is the Carson Institute. I think there's a Tribunus in there, so I think the odds are fairly good. Could you hit the lever again, please? We can close it from the inside, so we'll close it behind us.
Alright, should we establish any emergency systems? Like a notification? Maybe you should leave the bird with us. Or do you need it?
I need the bird with me. I can't anticipate anything happening that will require us sending an emergency signal. I'm only going in there for a tiny bit more scouting. If I can't easily find the book or find a way past the Tribunus, we'll just come straight back out. We can't risk this entrance being discovered.
I'll trust you. Okay, I'm going to pull on the lever.
Okay. Virgil and Satsuka.
I'll wait for Satsuka and then I'll close the door behind me. And
Close the door again. Alright, back into the dark, polished halls of this library.
I will look around for any indication of section of books, like a label on a shelf or hanging from the ceiling or something.
Sure. On the shelves themselves, you do see up in this sort of section, it says folklore.
Alright. If I'm stating that my purpose is to look for more of these things, are there any more around here where I can see?
Let me just... Your stealths from last session were both over 20. Okay. Yep, so which spot are you looking in? Where you are?
Yeah, where I am.
You appear to be in the biography section.
Mm-hmm. And down here,
Biographies.
all the way down to here.
Yep.
Still biographies. All right. I'm not going to walk any further than here. I'd just ask if I can see a sign in this section. By
Nope.
peering around the corner. Nope. All right. Now, something I've noticed about the Find Familiar spell is that I can desummon a martyr and summon her again in a position within 30 feet of me. So I'm going to...
A position you can
desummon-
see? Or
yes.
can you drop it in chat
Wait,
just so we can check? Because I don't want you to be able to teleport her into solid walls accidentally.
No, it is... You can cause it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet of you.
Unoccupied. Okay, so you need to be able to confirm it's unoccupied.
Yes.
Or guess, I guess. Okay, what is it? It's an action.
Over here.
Okay, so...
As an action while it is temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in any
temporarily
unoccupied space
dismiss. And cause it to reappear unoccupied space within 30 feet of you. Okay, cool. Yep.
I'm
So-
going to cause her to...
Yes.
I note that this space is unoccupied within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
I'm going to dismiss her and then resummon her there.
Okay.
Can she... Looking through her eyes when she looks around, are there any other signs I can see?
Just
Looking
making
up
sure
here
that the
for-
spell doesn't have visual stuff to it, but it doesn't look like it does.
It doesn't, yeah.
Okay, looking through Armada, you want to look for labels?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, it says High Arts.
Mm-hmm. Alright, anything up in these narrow stacks?
High Arts seems to be the whole section north of you.
Alright, the section to the left of me here.
It says Religion.
Mm-hmm. All the way down.
Seems to, yep.
Alright, these shelves up here. Still religion section?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. What about these shelves over on this wall?
Yep.
Religion. Up here?
Up there, Low Arts.
And including just no new signage up here?
Nope.
Low arts? Now, remind me. Stairs going down, stairs going
This-
up.
That is correct. And looking down, it is just dark. You don't see any lights down there.
Could I send a martyr down just to the bottom of the stairs, which is still within a range, just to work out what's down there? Is it more books?
Just having a peek, it does look like more archives, yes.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Now I want... Are these shelves topped like they look they are? Like they're just books at the top? Or are they actually topped with wood on the top?
There is wood on the top, I suppose. The graphic just has it like this so it looks better. But they're not barbarians.
Do the shelves go all the way up to the ceiling?
No, not quite.
In which case, could I have a martyr perch on top of one of these bookcases here, just to have a look if the Tribunus is guarding a door of some description?
Sure.
The idea is, can I move the owl without actually saying the owl's moving there? The idea is to get an angle sort of like on this bit of wall here, where I know the Tribunus is standing.
Okay.
Just by perching on top of one of the bookshelves.
So you're trying to look over the shelves. Is that right?
Yeah, just to see if there's just an unbroken shelves here, or whether the Tribunus is actually in front of a door.
Sure. Okay, give me a perception check from
For a
Armada.
martyr. Let me just get her sheet. "23.
23. It looks like a completely solid wall behind the tribunus. It looks like, judging by their position, they are standing at a spot where they can see both staircases that come down.
Alright, I'm going to dismiss Amata and
Yep.
resummon her to my shoulder.
Sure.
And I will relay this information on the layout of the library to Satsuka.
Mm-hmm.
I think he seems to be looking for people coming from upstairs, so I think if we try going downstairs where there's more books, we might find the Intangia section. There's another staircase down here outside of the eyesight of the Tribunus. You want to try it?
Sure. Let's just make sure you watch out for any more tribunus.
Yes. And we'll go and descend.
Going down. Alright. Let's just pause that. Come back to this group. Riiga, Flamebearer, Alina, and I suppose Caleb's not here. Do you guys want to be doing anything in the meantime?
Fuck. Yeah, I will probably address the group if nobody says anything before then.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, as they are investigating the library, or so I heard, I suggest we check this area for any recent activity. And also, I believe it would be wise to figure out what is the purpose behind those workbenches. There is no way someone settled down here for just to craft some trinkets. That's impossible.
Alright. I want to check the trinkets here. I assume there are necklaces lying around here, right? Or whatever this person makes.
Trinkets is probably a good word for it. You want to check this table here in particular?
Yeah, so what I want to check is how do the trinkets look first of all, and if they have some magical qualities to them.
Okay. Looking across them, pretty much the same thing I said last time aside. Lots of sort of jewelry type items, but they don't look like they are made to look extravagant. It looks like they are more experimental and pragmatic. There's also lots of sort of strange shapes of metal that you're not quite sure. If you want to try and figure out magically if there's anything's going on here, give me an Arcana check.
Okay, but because you said that, yes, okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Zwanzig.
Svansig? I don't know how much that is.
20.
That's 20.
20. First, you can tell that you don't feel any sort of threatening, radiating magic coming from these. You can't tell if they're magic other than that. However, you have heard Give me 1 second. Even though you don't feel any obvious amounts of magic coming from any of these, you suspect that somebody was perhaps trying to magicify these trinkets, which, as every self-respecting mage knows, isn't possible. Humans can't actually enchant things. You can put magic in something, but it'll leave it pretty quickly. You can't make something magical. But it looks like someone was trying to.
It looks like someone was trying to enchant these, make these things magic. But they should know better. What material do you think these were made out of? And I'm gonna deliberate with the flame bearer, if he so accepts.
Let me take a look.
Flame
I'm going
bearer?
to- Yeah. Take a careful look around the desk.
Sure.
Surface area. Yeah.
At a glance, the metals here are varied, and some look to be like precious metals. If you want to take a thorough look,
Investigation or perception?
I guess I was thinking actually nature, depending on how.
Yeah. That's
If you want to be like really specific, you can try nature to identify like mineralogically speaking.
No, I'm more interested in like general purpose. Like, would I recognize? Oh yeah, this is meant to be very sturdy, like like for chains or something, or if this is meant to be malleable, like more of a general.
Sure.
General in terms of purpose.
Okay. Investigation's fine for that.
16.
16. Well, you know these aren't going to be protective. Generally speaking, these are metals that aren't used for armor or anything like that. And you also know that these aren't designed to show wealth. So you can see some things that look silvery, goldy, coppery, a range of white to yellow to grey to brown to black metals.
I love diversity.
Okay.
I see. All right, I'm going to turn away from the workbench back towards Ruha. Do you reckon they could be used to maybe, people had to traverse the labyrinth as well as we do. What if they were used or were meant to be used as a means to protect against the, what do you call them again? The purplings.
The undead zombies? Eater zombies.
Wow. Such redundancy. Ah, I see. Yes, the ether zombies. What if they were trying to find a way to repel them? Maybe.
Maybe.
They do not seem to be made of metal solid enough to be protective.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the place
Yep.
and see if the person who was working here finally was able to narrow down his research on some specific material or some specific form, like if he was getting closer to something.
Looking for a finished
And I can
product
see,
of some
like-
kind?
Yeah, or something like that more has been made out of than anything, I don't know.
Looking for the most complete item here. Why is Alina on the table?
And the most repeatedly made type
At
of
the
item.
top.
Alina is the most
Oh.
complete item, obviously.
She's the key.
That and the most repeatedly made item, so that, the person's trying to get the thing right. He's finally deciding on a design.
Sure, okay. Give me... You can do either investigation or arcana.
Alright. I'm gonna do Arcana for the meme.
Good meme, good meme, good meme.
This looks very experimental. In fact, none of you guys have touched any of this, right? You're only looking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
So
approached that.
there are a lot of the stuff that you're looking at is sort of encircling the main 4 area of the table, which is clear. So this stuff looks like it was flanking something primary that was being built right in front of you there. But similar to the situation at Hennick's desk, the main frontmost objects have been swept off, and the encircling objects are remaining.
This reminds me of something. Hennig, once he was taken by the slavers, and they put a neck bracelet around his neck, like made of some sort of metal, and for the duration of him wearing it, he was made complacent. He was like mind controlled, brainwashed.
You're suggesting there are similarities to this device and the things you're seeing in front of you, right?
No, I am not. But what I am saying is, if it was made by anyone, perhaps it was made by the person here. I'd have not ever heard of something wearable that would give you powers. Is that a thing?
I'm going to.
Are you
look
asking
deep into my wallet.
Shit, fuck, why not both?
What can estás? No, that seems like a really big stretch for you. That doesn't really make sense.
Okay. Or I guess from what you said, you know. Mr.
Before
Anonymous?
we proceed, who the fuck is Anonymous?
Anon.
Hey, Anon. Okay, but who? Who are you even? Okay, whatever. Before we proceed, I would suggest we take care not to disturb the items in here. This passage can still be can still provide us usage in the future.
Yes. Also, what I was going to say was, it seems like there was some main piece of thing that was being made, and it was swept off, and then everything else is secondary to it.
I believe this is not the only desk in here. We can look around.
Alright.
I'm going to step away and I'm going to...
Mm-hmm. Probably a good time to go back to the other group. What do you guys think about what to do next? So, Aylmar and Satsuka headed downstairs very, very carefully into the dark. They're both muted. That's not very useful.
I'm
Oh, hello.
here.
You said very stealthily.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I still need to know what you're doing.
What's this on the floor here?
Looking down at the bottom of the staircase, you see what looks to be a intuitively you think it's a magic circle of some kind.
Is there any way to step down and around the magic circle?
It seems to be placed in a position where that would be difficult. So, if you want to try and move past it without disturbing it, I will need an acrobatics check.
Satsuka, can I ask Satsuka for help? Just to give me, like, if I slip, like a hand so I don't slip onto it? Would that give me advantage?
I'll say if any kind of slippage occurs, there'll be... Satsuka could help with perhaps a dex save rather than the actual
All right,
acrobatics.
I will try to step down onto the floor of this room, but I'll also warn Satsuka about this thing first, without touching it at all.
Sure,
Just
so you headed
stepping
for this
around
one?
it. Yeah, heading here.
Gotcha. Alright, acrobatics check, please.
Actually, first,
Oh.
could I just send the Armada out? Actually, no. Let's go for that acrobatics check.
Okay.
24.
$24. Okay. Your training comes in useful. Carefully, deftly, you skirt around this corner and manage to not enter the radius of the circle.
Alright, Satsuka, stay there for a second. Let's actually see if the books we're after are actually here before we continue any more further. I'll send Armada away. Oh, sorry. What did Satsuka say?
She was just saying, alright, I'll wait here then.
Alright, I'll send Amata up. And I'll look for any more signs that indicate what books are here.
Around you here, natural science.
Alright.
Over here, law.
Yep. Okay, law spelled L-O-R-E or law spelled L-A-W?
Law, not lore. Law.
Alright, anything up this end of the room?
Law.
Law also all the way down here?
Law,
Always know
law,
how to
law.
talk. Anything here?
Natural science.
Natural science.
Is it a plane?
Is it a bird?
If I
Is it a
find
plane?
the-
It's
that's
Caleb.
Or if I find the Intangia section, it's called unnatural science. Alright. What about up around in here?
History.
And over this side, all history?
Natural science.
Natural science. I'll report to Satsuka the sections I'm finding. Alright. All of these little alcoves are still part of
History.
natural science? History.
Mathematics.
Ooh, I have a degree in this.
Helma doesn't.
Points. Mathematics. Mathematics. Alright. I'll let Satsuka know that I'm going to temporarily dismiss Amada and call her back to my shoulder. Don't delete the token, just so I can move up further to stay in contact with her as she's getting further away from me. So could I say I want to move to about here without having to do all that token fiddling?
You want to move Aylmar to here?
Yes, but using Amada as night vision still. So like dismiss her, summon her back to my shoulder, then move there and send her on ahead again. It's just to prevent.
Sure, okay. And Satsuka's staying back there at the staircase?
Yeah. Satsuka, I'll let you know if I run into any trouble.
Alright, I'll keep it on
But it
this
seems
staircase
pretty dark here. Okay. Alright. What section do I have here?
In Dangia.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. And this section here?
Medicine and stairs
And-
ascending.
Okay. I will bring this bird back to my shoulder. I will go and tell Satsuka I've found the Intangia section. Satsuka, I found the Intangia section.
I see. Would you like me to come with you to look through it?
It'll certainly make it quicker if we're looking for a particular book.
Oh,
I remember we're looking for Intangia by Hendarth. I
You're
don't
looking
know
for
what the
Etherturgy.
Etherturgy by Hendarth. So, I don't know. I'll see if I can give you a hand to get down, but I can stop you from slipping onto the symbol. But I think you'll have to try and squeeze past it yourself.
I should be able to make it past.
Acrobatics
All
check,
right.
please. 17. Okay. Easy enough. You can avoid
Alright.
disturbing the magic circle.
Follow me. This is mathematics. And here, this little corner here. And this section of shelves in this square formation. This is Intangia. Could I look at a shelf to see if it's arranged alphabetically either by title or author's name?
Well, if you want to start your search, that will depend on your role.
But picking up two books and checking whether they're sorted by alphabetical thing isn't really a role situation, is it? It's just Alma being a nerd. I'm doing something to help my search, but fair enough. If it's investigation roles, can I ask Satsuka for help?
Yeah, she'll help you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Investigation.
6.
A 6. Okay. So okay, so Aylmar and Satsuka, you start off by trying to figure out how the shelves are arranged. You check names of authors, names of titles, dates of publication, and after several minutes of going around this entire area, basically between here and here seems to be the Intangia section, you spend several minutes looking, but because you haven't found how they are organized, you've just been browsing, scanning titles, and you haven't found it yet, but you certainly haven't observed every book here. So I'm going to give you guys some time to rethink your strategy while we go back to the other group. Did that work? Pew. There we are. Alina, Caleb, Flamebearer,
Oh,
Riiga.
that's us.
Is
What are you guys doing?
look at other tables.
Yeah, I was taking a step back to scan the surroundings to compare the other places, like to generally get an idea where the other places where the person worked could be, and what
Sure.
other generally spots of interest are.
Okay, at a glance, this table, and this table all seem to be of very similar usage. There's like metal trinkets and stuff has been swept off the table on all three of them. Everything else around the room just sort of turning on the spot. It seems to be unrelated. There's lots of old storage, a bunch of crates and barrels that are sort of empty, and some are even rotten out. It looks like this place was repurposed for somebody's secret experiment.
Okay. I'm going to turn towards the druid. Ruha, was it? I would like you to
Wait a
ask.
You never heard Ruha. You only
Yes, I
heard
did.
Ruha.
Even Elmar addressed you as Ruha.
Shit! God! Fuck you, Elmar! Okay, go on.
I love you too.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
We go back. Ruha. Ruha, was it? I would like you to assist me with scanning the surroundings. I have a suspicion that the workplace here does not match in age with all the other all the other things.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to evaluate what's the difference.
Alright.
Okay, to explain to the DM, I'm just checking what's like trying to estimate what the difference is between all the items that seem unrelated to the workbenches, right? And the workbenches themselves, like estimate how long ago this was set up, like if
Sure.
if it's a recent addition or.
Okay. Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Can I roll perception? Or is perception?
Perception's more just to find something. You're trying to figure something out specifically.
I cannot bend the rules to my will. What is this game?
You already have
19.
advantage. No, there you go, 19. So, the 3 workbenches, they could have been used within the past week. You just don't really see signs that they are really old. Definitely, like, you know, the candles are cold, everything like that. It wasn't within hours, but there's no signs of things being here for such a long time. Everything else around the room, all the storage and stuff, got like layers of dust. You see little like rat droppings piled up and little empty like insect egg cases that have been there for Nick knows how long. So the storage could have, looks like it's been in use as a storage for a long time, but it seems like perhaps this place was forgotten about as a storage and somebody started using it as something else.
I see. Key. Make this step back
Alina?
here.
Well, they're looking around. They looked at this table a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna inch over here.
Sure.
I want to look at this table.
The one above you?
I was worried you're gonna get on the other table.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand on this table now. I'm gonna look at this table.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anything that could resemble, I don't know, like a hypothetical signet ring of some sort?
A hypothetical signet ring of some sort. That is very specifically hypothetical.
Yeah.
Give me... So you're just looking for a ring? Give me a perception check.
Something that fits that sort of description, I suppose. suppose.
Like a ring with a symbol on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
7. You do see a couple of rings here, but they're not finished, they're not joined. It's more like a C rather than an O. One has some sort of inscription on its face. Nothing that looks to you like, specifically, yes, this is a signet ring, just stuff that's sort of vaguely resembling.
Oh, is it in a language I understand? What it's written in?
The symbol?
In any...
Let's have a look at what you speak. Nope, just looks like a scribble to you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Scribble? Alrighty. I'd hate to continue investigating things because, they seem to have something going on, but...
Go ahead.
What about this table?
Yeah. What about it?
Does it have anything particularly, signet ring-esque?
Looking for more rings? Give me another perception check. 7?
7? Yeah.
Lucky 7. No. No, it
No
doesn't
ring?
seem to. No. Indeed. Mr. Caleb. Mr. Caleb playing Starbase. Would you like to do anything in this little workshop? Is your mic in the right position?
No, it's not in the...
There we go,
It's
okay.
the wrong... Yeah. I would love to see if there's any, interesting little trinkets on the floor of the room. Lying on the floor of the room. Like, maybe someone left in a hurry and left something. Note, perhaps.
Sure,
Scraps
yeah.
of paper.
What sort of area do you want to look in?
Closer to the tables, like in this general main area.
Sure. T, can you stop leaving little green graphics everywhere?
Did I? Am
I've deleted like 3 of them today.
I? Shit. How am I doing that?
I don't know, you must have like the freehand or the polygon tool selected. No,
My hand is
you're
on
drawing.
the arrow. So...
You're drawing. Okay, maybe it's from last session. Okay, Caleb, give me a perception check. Looking for anything that fell on the floor.
Oh, wow.
A 4?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a look around. There's lots of junk on the floor, a nice unhealthy layer of dust, lots of droppings and other not very pleasant items. Looking under one of the tables, you sort of bump your head a bit as you stand up again. There's stuff on the floor, like scraps, but nothing really strikes you as very interesting.
I see.
So you all drawing his own magic circle in the dark.
Yeah. Never mind. Okay.
Sure.
That's...
What does
I
that
don't
say?
think there's a-
Don't read the tray, you don't want to.
Oh yeah? What if I put it where everyone can see it?
Oh no.
I wonder who wrote this white cursive script.
Could have been anyone.
I wonder who drew this.
Could've
What
been
is
me.
this?
I don't know. All right, let's go back to the
I
other
was drawing
group
in the dark.
before we have too much fun.
Impression is hard.
Okay, Aylmar, Satsuka, back to you guys. You have looked for, let's say, 5 minutes and found nothing so far. What would you like to do?
Satsuka, what I think I might do is I might light my lantern but keep the shutter quite low, so we'll have a bit of light, but it won't be spilling out into the other hallways. It might give us a bit more of an edge when we look.
If you'd like, I could look to see if the sorting's any similar to how we did things in my mother's library.
Your mother was a librarian. That's not a bad idea. Let's do that
And-
before we start lighting torches. We'll have a longer look this time too.
So I guess I'm going with advantage this time, since Elmar's
Yes.
helping me.
Yep,
Okay.
go ahead.
What was it before?
It was.
Investigation.
Yep. We can do perception if you want.
21.
21. Okay. The pair of you, once more, slowly make your way around the room. This time, trying a few more less conventional methods of organization. And putting in more time this time. After about, bless you, after about 10 minutes, you notice something, Satsuka, looking along a bottom shelf. There are some books that are sort of jutting out from the shelf, and you go to, being of course a neat and tidy person, you go to push them back in, but they don't go back in. So you pull them out and you realize there is a book behind them, flat against the wall, not with its spine on display. This book is a big, heavy, old tome. The leather is black. It has sort of silverish decorations around the corners and edges. It is fully enclosed, the leather casing, with a latch on it. No lock, but just a secure latch. And etched onto the front, in silver, you see the word etherturgy.
There it is. If I'm remembering correctly, this book is well over 200 years old.
Yeah. I'm just surprised we found it this easily.
As am I. I'll carry it. I'll put it in my pack, and we'll see if we can get it to Hennick.
Alright, you can add etherturgy to your inventory.
By Master Mage Hendarth, who was kind of a weird guy, really.
He was a bit of a Hennick, yeah.
All right. Now we have a choice to make. We should get out of here as soon as possible. We have what we came to find.
Yes. But we should
So-
meet with Flamebeard and see what we use what we can do here.
Through there is the medicine section, and there's another staircase going up, but I couldn't see, but I don't know where it leads, but there's no magic circle on this one. Do you think we try for the magic circle once more? Or do we explore that last? I suppose better the devil you know, right? We shouldn't risk going up another staircase.
Yeah.
Alright. Lead the way back. You know, this is the terrible thing, Satsuka. I really want to know what's at the top of that other staircase. But this is generally the type of thing that gets people killed. Well,
Maybe best.
we can
maybe
always come
best-
back here.
Mhm. We should see what Flame Bearer was wanting here first. That way, if there is something he's trying to find here, we at least know what to look for.
Hmm. Would alchemy be one of the high? Would alchemy be an art or a science? I'm curious. Which shells would it be in?
That's a good question. I'm gonna need acrobatics checks for you to get back.
Alright. I can give you a bit of a leg up if you'd like, Satsuka, because I'm taller than you. Might make it easier. From this side, at least.
I'll try on my own and just have you on standby in case I slip.
Okay.
Oh, acrobatics check.
16.
16. Not as easy going to a staircase which is ascending, but you do manage to get around the corner without disturbing the magic circle.
Alright. Have a hand there in case I slip, Satsuka.
I'll be on the ready.
21.
21. Easy enough. You get past without touching the circle.
Alright. Let's get back to the entrance.
Alright, I'll lead the way back up.
Yeah. I will pull the book to open the door.
And the party is reunited.
I will step over to the desk and pull the lever to shut the door again.
Yep.
And I will peek around the corner to make it doubly sure it's shut.
Seems to be.
Alright. Good news. We found the book that Hennick's after, and I'll show them the copy of Etherturgy.
Copy? You copied it already. Wow.
It is, by its definition, a copy of the book, because books and... No, you know what? Never mind.
You all lay eyes on this big, old, heavy black tome.
That's valuable, I suppose.
Well, was it really that easy? Is this trapped? I'm gonna check for a magical trap.
Don't touch it. We'll take it to Hennick. He'll know how to deal with it.
Oh, maybe it's a tracker.
Fine.
Yeah, it has a fucking GPS
I-
built in.
You really are an idiot, Ruha. That sort of magic hasn't been possible since the Manamorians.
Well,
Well,
there,
the stuff we've seen is nothing normal.
Ruha does have a
The
point.
blessed Manamorians and their satellites.
This book,
They
you
go.
know, Ruha, you're a magician. You know full well the difficulty of imbuing a substance.
Ruha
And
does
look
have a
what
point.
Hennick had around his neck. Sorry, go on. Go ahead.
We did encounter a chest one time that had a spell on it that alerted someone when it was touched.
Indeed. You never trust these people. Oh, sorry.
All right, fine. detect magic on this book then.
Alright. Just put it on the ground, I guess. And where's my detect? I'll just cast it.
Okay.
I don't know if I need it to go look for traps, though. I could just do an Arcana check, but I'm just gonna do this as well. And
Looking
check for traps.
looking for traps. Looking for traps will be looking for example, the magic circles, like something that is there that is designed to activate a spell. It won't tell you whether there is a spell there. It'll just tell you whether there is something that activates a spell there. So detect magic will tell you if there is magic. Looking for magic traps will just tell you if there's some sort of magic trap on it. It won't actually tell you if there's magic.
Trigger? More like a trigger.
Yeah. Like,
okay, by BRB.
Okay, and okay, I need to know.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. So, are you looking for? Are you looking for to see if it's trapped magically, or are you casting detect magic?
I want to do both.
You want to do both? Which one do you want to do first?
I'll do detect magic first.
Sure. Okay.
In this room as well.
Well, it works within 30 feet of you.
Oh yeah. That's a fuck ton. Radius.
It doesn't go through the walls, but yes, it's pretty good radius.
Oh, baby.
Oh. Pancake, what are you doing? Pancake, stop. No, stop. Stop.
No, we must be in Arabia.
Listen, that was an organ. What do you mean?
Oh, I couldn't hear it well.
Just repeat this one. There we go. Yes, detect magic. Okay. So there is magic on several of your allies. There is magic on the workbenches, and there is no magic on the book.
So, I'll just, you said I'll skip all my usual allies, but I do want to see what kind of magic I see emanating from the Flame Bear.
Sure, let me have a look. You see I can never remember whether I use the Riiga classes or the D&D classes for magic.
He's a celestial.
No, I can't. Which ones do I give? No, I give the D&D ones, don't I?
Yeah, I feel
Yeah, I
like,
think it's D&D.
Okay.
yeah, I remember when they were identifying a spell on a chest, and you gave D&D ones.
Yeah.
Why not
Alright.
both, Trey?
Okay, now lost. Okay, in which case I believe that would be evocation.
Man, I sure wish I had Riiga names for these.
Evocation
I really
is
do.
basically magic that makes stuff. Like, it makes fire or ice or light or lightning, like produces, you know, effects.
Do I see him turning towards me?
You see him,
Yeah, I was gonna say I won't stare like directly at him to make it too conspicuous.
given that he sensed magic around the whole room, I imagine he focuses on the book and then sort of does a circle of the room. It doesn't say that he has to focus on you, like visually, to learn the School of Magic. So if he wants to be subtle about it, he can.
I shall.
Okay.
Okay, just making sure whether I notice or not.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe so. Yep, I think it's just the one by the looks of it.
Okay, so I just get evocation. I don't get any specific kind of any very like many specifics.
Nope, you only get the school.
Right. Yes. Right. That's what I get from the blame bearer. Blame bearer.
That is
Blame
all,
bearer,
I believe.
no less. Okay. Okay, so from the workbenches, what do I get?
From the workbenches, you get
from all of them?
you get just fragments, just glimmers of magic, as though it's just like embers from a fire from last night. It's hard to tell because of how small these glimmers are. It could be abjuration, could be divination, it could be evocation, could be illusion. It's really hard to tell. You just know that there was magic in a lot of these just sort of random items recently in some point in time, and now it's waning.
Okay. Any magic coming from the storage chests? You didn't say so.
The storage itself? No.
Storage things. Okay.
No. That is all you sense in the vicinity.
I sense no magic from the Ithitoji tomb. But maybe it's still trapped, so I'll check with my Arcana.
Sure.
See if it's trapped. Oh god. Anyone?
Are you worried for mechanical traps on a book?
Yes. With a straight face.
Looking for magic traps, he would be looking for things like magic inscriptions and runes and things. And I assume without opening it, since you're looking for magic traps, you don't see any.
My god. Well, if there's a tracker, it's well hidden. I don't have anything on this. Take it back. I hand it over to Elmar. Wait, do we touch it, or do we have like a cloth that we wrap around it and pass it around? How do we? How are we
I
doing
will
this?
literally take it from you with my bare hands and put it back in my bag,
It's in.
whilst maintaining eye contact.
It's in. Its cover is leather, but it sort of wraps around. It encompasses the whole thing. So it's like a leather case that says Ithitoji on it, and you can only assume there is a book inside.
Okay, we just pull it out or something. Okay. Mhm.
The cover is the case,
So-
so you would open the latch and
I never
unfold it.
I never touched it, you know, just to
Sure,
just,
okay.
just,
Okay, so the only people who have touched us, Satsuka and Aylmar.
you guys are gonna die.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah.
Is there anything else anyone wants to accomplish in the Castle Institute, or should we make for the Red Temple?
Should scram. Unless
Pardon?
we should scram.
Flame.
Well,
was there anything you
there are
wanted
two
here?
things. There are two things I'd like to suggest. First of all, I believe it would be wise to remove any traces or signs of our activity down here. I believe it is possible to prevent people from realizing that we've been here. As
This
best
room
as
is-
possible, of course.
This room is relatively easy, provided we take the light with us and make sure this desk with the lever in it is closed. We should be okay. We didn't disturb anything aside from this book in
Well-
the archives.
I don't know. Maybe from the dust on
I
the
meant
ground.
to take a look around. Yes, I meant to take a look around and see if there are any obvious signs of our activity. It is easy to mistake. You know,
Yes.
we weren't paying attention to our movements.
We shouldn't go back inside the library, though.
Oh no, I wasn't the library is certainly a different type of place. I don't think anyone would suspect, like, look for. Yeah, that seems
want to
unlikely.
We want to make the most use of our time here, so we can't spend too long cleaning up after ourselves. We want to make it to the Red Temple while the riot is still going on. So,
Certainly, I
second-
just meant an overall look. If there
What
are
was
any
your-
clear signs of our trespassing.
This is
you mentioned two things. What was the second?
The second, I suggest we lay some sort of mechanism to ensure that this area is still being used and hasn't been what's the word?
abandoned.
Hasn't been abandoned. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, dear.
No, I
No.
don't.
He
No,
knows.
he doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah. Doesn't have it. Okay, it hasn't been abandoned. For all we know, the most precious items from here have been swept away, and only leftovers are here. I suggest I put a small twig, a
Twig.
small piece of wood behind the lever. Too little to make noise, but once used again, it will crack and leave mark for when we return, so we can confirm that it has been used in our absence.
Sounds good.
If no one has any objections, I will get to it.
Yes, I think that makes sense.
All right, I'm going to. Well, I'm going to go fuck first. I'm going to go towards.
You wanna go
the...
fuck? I'm sorry.
Interesting.
We don't
Yeah,
have
sorry, I'm
time.
a
We have
bit
to go
on a
back.
busy schedule. Yeah, I'm a bit on a busy schedule. I have to
Oops.
pack everything into the same time space. Okay. I would like to. I assume many things here are wooden, right? So it wouldn't
Yeah.
really be too much of a problem. Yeah, I'm going to just go around and eye out and take out the dagger and possibly manage to shave off a splinter from something that's wooden, obviously from the back of it, somewhere inconspicuous,
Sure, yeah.
I basically want a feeble enough piece, and minimal amount of pressure will easily bend it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And afterwards, I mean, I assume the lever mechanism either goes back and forth, up and down, right? There has to be some sort of
You could put it.
regular movement.
Yeah, you could just put the twig in
Yeah.
there so that it will break when it's used, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to make sure it's not like anywhere on the server, like not too visible.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. Do I need
Um,
to make any roll to like?
give me a sleight of hand
make
check
sure?
to set up your trap.
All right, I will wave over to I will wave over to Aylmar and say, "Could you give this a look to make sure I cover it properly?"
I will have a look.
All right, I'm making a check. Oh, no advantage. Or does he give me advantage? I just wanted to make sure he checks, but this no advantage. It's a 6.
A 6? Okay.
Yes.
I will say that. Well, am I allowed to use my perception to try and see if that fits?
It could be done better to you, in your humble opinion.
Let me have a go, and I'll pick
Alright.
up what, and I
I'm
will
gonna step back.
try and reposition it.
Sure. Sleight of hand check.
9.
A 9.
Might I have a look at it?
Could be better.
Atsuka, you have a go. You've got defter fingers than I do. If you critically fail this,
16.
that looks much better.
16.
Incredible how this campaign can become about such mundane things.
I was about to break the stick on you as well. Alright. It is trapped.
Alright. Let's get going. I don't think it'll be possible to move the corpses of those zombies without risking corruption ourselves, so we shouldn't touch them.
I assume they are meant to be a prevention system. I don't think anyone supervises them.
Fair. Let's get out of here then. I want to try and make the Red Temple by the end of today. How much of the backtracking are we going to have to do?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
How much of the backtracking are we gonna listen to you guys?
Wait, Flambearer. Flambearer. Do you have do you have a wind magic?
Excuse me?
Can
Could
you
you
blow
come
wind?
I didn't mean for you to rephrase it in such obnoxious way. I just meant that I didn't hear you correctly. Why are you asking? No, I am not much of a mage caster.
I see. Perhaps if our footsteps are very obvious, we could blow the dust around and cover our tracks. But if no one has that ability, then I guess we can't.
You don't really
Well,
need a powerful wind to blow around some dust. You could easily use a cape, you realize.
A cake?
A cape?
I heard cake.
A cape.
Fuck you.
You are right. I do want to check because now it's on my mind. I want to check.
I sent you a
the
message, by
obvious
the way, too.
signs. Oh my god, you did?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, what? I'll send you back a message.
Sure.
But did I see any details, or does that all? Just
That's all.
all right. Alina.
Hello. Yes.
All right. After I call her out, I'm gonna immediately check what a reaction. Yeah, check how a reaction feels. Like,
What do you mean?
okay. So what I mean is like, is there any emotion behind what she was doing? Does it feel like, or is it just like some mischievous meme?
You want to read her face?
Mistress.
Her body language?
Yes.
Insight.
When I called her out, and
Alina,
just generally.
send to me what you feel is appropriate.
Send him nudes. Send him nudes.
Alina
them.
looks like Alina looks like she was just caught in the middle of something.
Like a fumbling anime girl. Oh my god. Ooh. Mhm. Okay. Alina, why did you do that?
Do what exactly? I
Don't
cannot.
play dumb. I saw it. I saw you take that.
Are you sure you saw what you saw? You are a bit, you know.
You can't use that against me. I haven't seen anything weird for days.
Are you sure?
Open your hand. Oh, did she? I don't know if she put it anywhere, but did she put it in her pocket or something, like in a container? From what I saw. Ask
I
the
know
trader.
we've reached. I know we've reached the classic "What have you got in your pocket?" question of every fantasy campaign.
You saw her pocket something, or put it in her bag, I suppose.
Oh, okay, that's important. In her bag or in her pocket, Alina?
Whatever her main inventory space is.
Okay, because if she put it in some big container, then it's gonna be like way inside there. If she put it in like a little pocket or something, then it'll be easier to, check.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
Anyway,
suppose so.
I put everything I collect in my backpack.
well, now we can check. Alina, look. Be real with me. If we're noticed, then this place will be burned. We can't come back. This is important to us.
Yes. I think you were probably tired, yes.
I guess I can't trust you.
Yes.
I saw you, Your back.
You
It
still
healed
have
by
no?
itself.
That is crazy.
Did anyone else see it?
Ruha,
What
we
is
are
this squabble?
Ruha, we are wasting time here. Let's leave.
Yes, this location will be burned and I'm wasting time. This whole place
What
will
is
be
going
wasted.
on? Why
Alina
are you
just took
saying
an
this?
item from the workbench.
Why would you do that, woman?
Look, I want to look at these workbenches very briefly. Do they look organized in any way, or they look chaotic, like there's a mess of things around?
At a glance, there's a vague grouping of items. It's like you've got sort of silvery things over here and sort of like half broken things over here. It's somewhere in between. It's hard to tell.
Alina, did you take anything? Ruho is like a rabid dog, and he will not let go of a point. I've been traveling with him for months. It's very irritating. Did you take anything?
The only thing I have that is not mine is your lantern.
I will roll for insight.
Sure. Alina rolled to me.
$13.
But I took it, so it's technically mine.
What did you just say?
Ooh,
You.
I took it, so it's technically mine, is what I said.
Alright. Ruha, Flamebearer, Satsuko, Caleb, go downstairs. Give me a moment. Alina, you stay here.
Alright, just make sure nothing leaves here that is going to compromise us later on.
Seems like it already happened.
Shut up, Ruha.
You shut
Everyone
up.
bunch together. Bunch up. It's easier to move everyone if you're bunched into one spot.
Come on.
Cluster.
Go on top of Ruha.
Inside of us. Inside of me.
Smash him to the ground. No, I'm not top of you. I'm standing on you.
No, I'm actually on the topmost layer. As you can see
Alright.
on the stream. Oh shit.
Everyone is
Everyone's the
downstairs.
top in their world.
True.
Oh, is that how it works? It puts you on top?
I guess, yeah. I
Yeah,
see myself
always.
on top.
Oh, that's actually useful. I see Flamebearer on top, so I guess he's technically the
He's the silent top.
Cannon top. Gotta change my name.
Cannon top.
Alright, you two.
Do you remember the last conversation we had when it was just the two of us?
I remember most of it, yes.
What did we speak about? Do you tell me? Let me remind you. Because I can tell you're uncomfortable with this. And I can tell and I know Ruha is not the easiest person to deal with. And I don't want to have to be the antagonistic face of this party, really I don't. I know whatever happened a couple of days ago when you found who you were seeking. That things didn't go the way you were hoping. And I know they upset you, that much is obvious. And in the wake of that, I told you, don't retreat into yourself, don't tell lies, don't start weaving a web of deception for something that might not happen. Because people lose themselves in their lies. I did, I know that much. And people die because they strangle themselves in their webs of lies. I can tell you're lying to me when I ask the question, did you take anything from this room? I don't know what it was, but Ruha may have a point that if we take anything it might be noticed, and this access route might be forever lost to us. I don't want to force you to do anything, I really don't. But at some point we have to start thinking of the greater good. And I'm sorry whatever happened to you happened. But please, just for the greater good, be truthful. Did you take something? I don't want to make a big thing of it, and I won't tell the others if you did, but I have to know.
I took something maybe. Yes, I took something. Yes, fine.
What did you take?
It was a ring. I was curious about the words on it, is all.
May I see it?
Yes, sure. Show him the ring.
Okay.
I would like to examine this ring to see if I recognize any of the symbols on it.
So what you see is a ring that has not been closed. So it's like a C
open
shape of
ring.
metal.
Yep.
But it looks like it's meant to be closed, so it's too loose to wear. So it seems to be some sort of silverish, whitish metal. There is a single etching symbol carved onto the face of it that to you just looks like a scribble. And that is all.
Why did you pick it up? What does it mean to you?
Well, it,
You have my word that I'm not going to tell anybody else.
I thought maybe he would like to see it.
And he is...
Telephore.
Delafor. And why might he be interested in this ring? I confess I don't recognize the symbol.
Oh, it is a strange symbol, no?
It is rather, yes. Do you know what it means?
Oh, no. That's why it is so interesting.
How small is this? What can you point it? Can you point out which pile you took it from? I just want to know.
I'm sure I could do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How big is the pile of stuff on this table? Like, is that the ring that I saw? Is that a significant part of the stuff on this table?
This table has somewhere between maybe 30 to 50 different items, metal items on it.
Are any of them rings?
You see you see several sort of, little circular shapes. Some closed, some open.
All right. Let me give you a couple of options. Because we have to deal with this. If you're that interested in showing it to Delafor, do you need the actual metal object, or can I use the quill pen and paper I have to just sketch down its symbol? Is the actual physical object important enough?
Oh, you have paper?
Yes, I do.
Oh. Then surely just a note should be enough, no?
Yes, it should. Do you want me to sketch it for you, or would you like to do the sketching yourself?
I am quite the
Artist?
artist, yes.
Here, and I'll hand Alina one of my bits of paper.
Sure. So
What?
you could do a rubbing of it. Like you could just put the paper on it and sort of draw on it, so because it's etched into the metal. So if you know how you get like the lead diagonally, and you draw over it, and it shows up like different elevations. I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense.
Yes.
But you can do that to get a completely accurate drawing, same size and everything.
Should we just do that, Alina? It might be simpler. We'll take a rubbing of it.
Rubbing is a bit less personal. No?
Alright then. How about this? We take a rubbing of it and you draw a small sketch. I'll do the rubbing on this side of the paper, and then I'll pass it over to you, and you can sketch it. Just be quick. I don't know how much long we have before the others will come back.
Yes.
Alright, I'll do the rubbing real quick.
Sure. No check required for the rubbing. For the sketch, I will take dexterity.
Sleight of hand.
Dexterity. Just.
Excuse me. Yep. No. Okay. So you can add a piece of paper. And actually I'll do the description for it. Probably easier. Let's do... Whoops. There we go. And what are you doing with the ring?
We should put the ring back, Alina. But I won't tell anyone you picked it up. The piece of paper is your secret.
Yes. Put the ring back.
Put it as close to where you found it as you can.
Yes, I will do that, yes.
Alright. Let's catch up with the others then.
Rightio.
Thank you for being honest with me. I know I'm not always the best person to deal with, and I can be indecisive and a bit stubborn. But I do have care for all of you, and I don't want any one of you to die. Or to suffer. Let's go.
Okay, downstairs.
You lead the way.
Alright, bunch up.
Downstairs we go.
Bunchy scrunchy. And there we go. Now everyone is over here. And okay, so you guys were asking the fastest way to get back, is that right? You didn't want to do anything on your way back?
We just asked how much backtracking we would need to do to get back to the sewers.
I didn't necessarily want to spend like 20 minutes of the session just walking back through
Yeah,
the same
sure.
corridors.
So, are you telling me that you don't want to interact with anything on your way back?
I don't remember anything.
That's correct.
Yeah, I
The
don't
only thing on the
remember.
way back we didn't interact with are a couple of fountain chambers.
Yeah, for example, fountains,
Yeah,
fungus, ether zombies,
we
chests.
don't have time for it, so
Yeah,
we
just
decided
checking.
to skip it anyway.
Okay, so skipping all the interaction. Let me see. Oh,
But as I come back to the group, I'd like to say to them, we're fine. Nothing's been taken, and everything is as we found it.
Inside
What was
check.
the reason for the commotion then?
There was no reason for the commotion.
Now that's a lie.
Aylmar, you are being incited, so send your roll to me. Ruha, make your check.
I'm being... okay.
Yeah, just send it to me, whatever you think is appropriate.
Minus
Versus-
probably.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so what
Took you a while.
what was the what was being incited again?
So
I
he
said
said
I said that nothing's been taken, and everything's in order.
Yeah, so I took that as I took that as him saying it's been put back, is what I took it as saying. So that's what I'm inciting. Like, has it been put back or not? I knew it was taken originally. You can't say that with a straight face. Has it been put back or not?
I just told you it had, Ruha.
Alright, so you admit it was taken. Well, that's your answer, Flame Mirror. Let's go.
I don't want to dabble in this shenanigans. I'm glad nothing was. Yeah. I'm glad nothing was disturbed in the end.
All right.
I hope you
let's
guys
go-
develop some more mutual trust.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
This is, I guess, our time to move. Yeah.
Yep. So
Move us
just
and
wait there a
skip.
sec. Okay, so just confirming that you don't want to interact with anything on the way back. There are still things to step on, which is possible that it will happen. So why don't we
Roll.
have everybody make a dexterity save?
Wouldn't it be more about
Okay.
perception?
Yeah.
I'll do a dexterity save.
Uh-huh. A dexterity.
Dexterity.
Okay, I guess we're not changing our minds. Okay.
This is what's
No.
happening.
I love
Sorry.
how
Let me
this
just-
is
So
beginning
that's
first.
why.
Let me do that properly.
Don't re-roll it. You got an 11.
Should we roll athletics, guys? Go on.
Okay, well,
No.
in my head I was like, there's a pretty low chance of it happening. I've set the DC at 1. And then this fucking guy...
Well, if it meets it, it beats it.
This is peak Azan level energy.
You know what? He does meet the DC.
So you mean if you'd actually rolled in that one and got a 0?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with that. Because you guys, I'm sure, would be extra careful. Okay.
Yeah.
So, give me 1 second. You want to go back to... How far do you want to go back to?
I was thinking, honestly, the sewers, where we could decide to go to the Red Temple, but if anyone would like to stop short of that, I don't mind.
I was
where we
going to
met.
suggest even further, if like.
The furthest you can go
That's
back
fine.
is where Hennick is.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Hennick and give him his book then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure,
I
alright.
agree. I don't see anything wrong with it. No.
Okie dokie, we are changing maps. How exciting.
He wouldn't change the map, would he?
He changed the map.
I will.
I'm gonna try to
Yeah, he
gaslight
did.
me. You're schizophrenic. Like, you can't be trusted.
Oh man.
Good times.
Gaslighting doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's
Trying to
loud.
invent it. It's like if there was gas and then you lit it. That's what you did to me.
Okay, I think that would probably
Where
kill a
did that even
person.
come from? Yeah.
Okay, so, oh, it looks like AMR isn't in the group. Did anyone want to still have their lanterns out?
Oh. Yes.
I would make
Yes,
sure to
Aylmer
take my
wants to
actual
stay.
lantern
Oh,
back.
okay. I give it back to Aylmer then.
Sure.
I mean, you
Right.
know me. I always
Oh.
roll with a light on.
By
Okay.
the way, real quick, on the way, what was the status of the undead? Undead zombies.
They were
Undying
lying
undead
there.
zombies. Had the glow been completely just gone? Because it was waning, right?
Not completely gone, no, but quite dim.
Alright.
Technically killed some glowies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What we call them that?
The fake glows. We're looking for, they were like MI5, okay? We're looking for CIA.
All right.
Over to you guys.
Where did you
Okay.
leave? Where did you guys leave Hennick? I mean, I would know that, but I don't know that. So
It's a one-way. Go back south, and that's the way you came from originally.
Yeah.
all right.
Get him moving.
Yep. Yep. I'm trying to. My
You-
computer's lagging for some reason.
Should I thought
I'm
you
good
were
at
chanting
Sky.
something at him?
No.
My world is lagging. Anyway.
Must be with this
Are you
fancy
using
dynamic
Firefox?
lighting. Hey, I'm using Firefox and I have 2 of these open.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
made-
Firefox good.
I've made mistakes. I can move the owl, but I can't move Islemar.
Yeah, you got to be careful in this tunnel. The map creator was like, I'm going to put a tunnel through that goes off the grid. You can just go straight through the other side. It is no big
What's
deal.
the symbol next to Hennick mean?
Someone gave him a weapon.
Hello, Hennick.
Unwise.
Oh, you've all made it back
Yes, indeed.
in one piece and unscathed by the looks of it.
Indeed, yes.
Oh, that's good news.
Fights the laser damage.
We have something for you. We managed to find... The tunnels do eventually lead to a workshop that was abandoned off of the lower archive. And there's a secret passage back into the lower archive. And in it we found this, and I'll get out the tome Etherturgy.
Oh. Oh, goodness. Yes. This is indeed the tome. May I have it?
We haven't worked out if there's any sort of traps or tracking spells on it definitively yet.
Did you encounter traps in the archives themselves?
No, we did not. Oh, wait. There were magic circles at the bottom of the staircases into the into the lowest level. We managed. Satsuka and I managed to sidestep them, though.
Ah. That is, to my knowledge, that's usually the level of defense they have for the archives, magic circles. Mages aren't exactly known for jumping about staircases.
What would have happened if we'd stepped in them? Do you know?
Well, I've heard different stories. Some have said that it silently sends a message. Some have said that it traps you, so it sends you to sleep. I've heard different stories from different people, but I'm not sure.
You may have the tome, Hennick, but be careful with it. I don't want you going off in search of Lost Kidjisalira or something.
He takes the tome very carefully and tucks it away in his bag. Well, this is going to help my research substantially. It doesn't look like you managed to get a body. That's a shame.
A body? Question mark? Because I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware of this because of out of character stuff. What did he ask for?
Oh,
He asked if you
Sweet.
found someone who was heavily corrupted, and basically, doomed, that you could bring them back here, living or dead, for him to study. And he also asked if you had an opportunity to get Tillich back, whether you could do that.
I don't think both an ether zombie would count, would it?
You could ask Hennick.
We didn't manage to find a body, living or dead. I mean, we did find some more of those ether zombies, but they seem too far gone entirely.
Yes, I'm not sure about that. Well, and I suppose you didn't manage to check on Tillich at all?
No, we managed to find a way into the lower archives, but actually you were a student at the Institute.
Yes?
You're aware of the layout of those archives, is that correct?
I don't know the lower archives, but the upper generally mages can be in there, yes?
The lower archives are they two separate libraries, or are they the same library connected by staircases?
The lower archives are generally restricted.
So, if I was to say, remind me of a section that was upstairs. Natural history, right? Natural science.
Natural science? That sounds about right, I think. It's been a while.
That's in the upper archive?
I
Of
don't.
course, no.
Let me do a check for it. No, I think that's in the lower archive, natural science.
Okay. In which case, the lower archive has multiple levels. And Tangier's on the bottom level, and it was the section guarded by a magic circle. Ironically, it was right next to the section on mathematics, and I can't think what dark mathematics scholars would like to do, but what do I know?
Indeed. Well, 1 out of 3 is greater than 0, mathematically speaking. So I owe you my gratitude.
What?
Well, I
What did-
had 3 requests and 1 was accomplished. 1 out of 3.
Yes, we were either to find a heavily corrupted body, living or dead, rescue Tillich, and retrieve etherturgy, of which we managed 1. Retrieving
Yes, you are right.
etherturgy.
Yes, you understand now,
Out of
Ruha?
3 is greater than 0.
All right, we should.
Wow.
Where are we precisely in the grand scheme of things? This is one of the cells.
Oh, yes, I closed the cell door. We are just outside where the intersection of the slavers' hideout. Where?
Okay.
What do we do now? Where should we go? Oh, this weapon. I don't need this anymore. Please. Was it Satsuko who gave him this?
I'm not sure.
Someone gave him a weapon. Whoever's missing
I
like
don't,
a...
Yeah, I don't think Ruha would. Yeah, I don't think Ruha would give him a weapon. It had to be Caleb or Satsuka.
Wasn't he given like a knife?
I think Satsuka.
Whoever's missing a dagger can have the dagger back, I guess.
Let's blame. Oh, is it a dagger? Interesting.
It was a blade, I know that.
Oh.
Very well.
Let's just blame it on
So,
Alina.
What?
Well,
I've never
So-
had a dagger. Once.
Dagger? Okay.
Dagger.
We're not looking for a dagger, we're looking for a dagger. Why are you trying to, deflect? Why are you trying to distract
Have you
from
checked
that?
his bag?
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yeah.
Have
we'll
you
see.
checked your bake bag?
They don't say that.
you mean his bake?
Oh my goodness.
all right. Let's continue. We should, Hennick, we want to investigate the undercroft of the Red Temple as well, while the riot is still distracting the guardsmen. I think it would be for the best if we sheltered you and Zarak at the Rook from here out.
The Rook, I see. So, this sewer connects to the Red Temple, does it not?
Indeed it does.
Right. So, I think I remember coming Yes, I know where the rook entrance is. When I dwelt down here for a time, I could find my way back there if need be.
The rook entrance is guarded on the top by a friend, so if you take shelter at the rook entrance, you should be okay.
A friend? Do I need some sort of password?
You'll need one of us to be with you before you can go up the ladder.
Ah,
Well, any one of us except the flame bearer.
I see. Flamebearer, you are continuing to accompany these my friends?
I am indeed interested in investigating the Red Temple. Our interests align.
Oh, very well. Well, it was good to meet your acquaintance earlier, and I'm glad to see that you'll be staying around for a while. You seem quite capable.
I'm glad you're fine, young man.
Of course. I'm still not used to the filth down here, but what can one do? Alright, who will accompany Zarakanai to the rook?
Trijum, can we pee? Taking a break.
Ah,
No, we
Alright.
don't have to
Just
pee.
do it in a corner.
we're like 6 minutes away from a break, so let's have our break now then.
God, thank you.
Just pee into your hands.
I'll urinate with.
We've been over this.
All right.
We've been over
Right to
this.
We'll be back,
Just pee out the
guys.
window.
Break time.
I won't. Alice, I
Go,
need to
go,
pee
T,
on
go,
toilet, okay?
go.
Okay, very
Use the window.
We're back.
To the
It's
window,
right
to the
here.
wall.
Yeah, to the wall. Pee all over your hall. Wow.
If you splash it evenly on the wall, is it even wet?
True. Oh, so true.
I'm worried.
What?
Worried about what? Why you would
I'm worried he might try it.
What? Why would I need to try it? It's true.
Oh, love it.
Well, then you will just do it.
Yes. You know, it's science. It's a basic science. I don't know what you mean.
Basic science, yeah. I love to make my walls covered in urine.
No, they're not
That's
covered.
how
They're- You know, it's evenly spread. It's like a nice
It's like a
wipe
fine
down.
mist.
Yeah. Fine mist.
A fine mist of urine. Oh God. Can someone save us from this filth?
What filth? It's too diluted to be filth. You don't understand.
Too diluted to be filth, he says. It'll be fine, he says.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
No, we're worrying about it. We're worrying about it.
You know
right
how
now.
it sounds when you go, it will be fine. Don't worry. It sounds like you're on a roller coaster ride and you're going up and down. You know, we're fine.
We're
Think about this.
You genuinely sound like you're on a roller coaster.
Yeah, when the roller coaster goes to downhill. We'll be fine, we'll be fine.
No, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Don't
Now
worry.
he cuts off.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Wow, you can say it normally? That's crazy.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Save
That's
it,
not normal.
save it with a
Put me on a
deeper
voice.
voice.
How do you speak when you relax, huh?
How do I speak?
Can you do neutral voice?
Neutral? Now I'm going to have to think about that. Hi. No, is that neutral?
Nah, that's not neutral.
Yeah, Man.
You're so bad at this. Holy shit. But just relax. Come on, bro.
Why are you saying it like that?
Come on, bro. What happened to your vocal cords? Just loosen the knob. Loosen the knob, bro.
Just calm down, and everything will be over soon. Stabs you.
Why are you saying it like
Like what?
Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm just your source of motivation. I don't see what's the problem.
Oh, man.
The problem is the source of the motivation.
Man. Calm down. I can't. How am I supposed to stay calm when I have a nervous system?
That's like a copy paste, basically.
How am I supposed to stay nervous when I have a calm system?
Wow, you copied the homework. Nice.
Yeah, what can I say? That's right.
Yeah, now it's yours.
Yeah.
Woo! Bladder!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have got more. No, I'll be fine. Eh?
What the heck?
I wish I was so enthusiastic about bladders.
I don't hear anyone. Hang on. What? Oh.
The right person to be able to pee into their hands,
Why
right?
wouldn't you just pee into your shirt and pour it out later?
But my speaker's mute.
Why do you
What's the
come up with
coating on
these
your
things?
shirt?
What? Just like any other shirt, just, put the pee in your pocket for later.
For
I
filling
mean,
your
you can
what?
just pee your pocket through the pants, you know?
No. That's not how pockets work.
Maybe that's not how your dick works.
Well,
Damn.
Got him.
well.
You goddamn dicklet.
Well.
How did this happen?
That's a good question.
How did we get here? Alright.
It all started with me talking about how big the ocean was.
Wow, it sure is big.
That was only the sea of light. Looks like everyone's back.
Are they?
Looks like it. Okay, so let's for the sake of brevity have so someone wants to accompany Henrik and Zorak to the Rook just to confirm that they are with you guys and then come back again. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if we want to discuss this in character or out of character, but technically we don't. We could afford to just, spare one person who's not going to be too useful assisting in terms of, scouting the whole.
In which case, I would suggest that person be either Ruha or Alina.
I was going to offer that we can fast forward that part.
Okay.
Since if someone's going up with them, I don't really foresee any complications, so I think that is skippable. It's up to you guys.
Alright, how about we just fast forward that bit? And we stow them in our room and tell them not to go out into the main bar area. No objections?
Wait, what?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I may have missed a bit. What's going on?
Welcome back.
Was it a fine mist?
We decided to sacrifice Ruha to the greater demon in an attempt to make it leave him alone.
Oh,
Turns out
shucks.
Ruha was hallucinating this whole past 18 months.
Oh man.
So what we're talking about
Just
is
playing for
having
me?
one party member take Henrik and Zarak to the Rook, have them go in the back room and stay there out of sight, and then come back. And I was offering that we can just fast forward that section.
Okay.
Is everyone on board with that?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. And the
All
rest of the
hands
party
on
will
deck.
be making their way toward what?
The Red Temple entrance.
The Red Temple entrance. All right. Let me do some...
Or do we know like a place near the Red Temple where we could meet instead of meeting near the Red Temple?
No, that's the Red Temple entrance is to like 3 doors away from actually being inside the Red Temple. So it should just be fine to
Yeah,
meet
well.
outside that first door.
But still, I don't think loitering around is a good look. I think we should meet
Um,
up.
We're going through the
Well, we should do
sewers.
They're
this
going
to
through the
realize.
underground entrance, not the
Yeah.
above ground entrance.
Oh, fuck yeah. Shit, yes.
What is this brain damage? Can you salvage at least like fucking 2 brain cells or something?
You can borrow one of mine. Okay,
Gosh,
so
the bathroom is too much.
you guys are headed through the sewer to the... to that entrance right there. Okay. We can fast forward this
Meet
part
up
as well.
back.
Since you've already been through most of the sewers today. I'm going to bunch you guys together. And I'm going to bring you... I shouldn't have done that shape. There. But some people are in the water. Oh no.
I sure hope I. Oh, good.
Not me.
There we go. Okay, so you guys know where you are?
Yeah, I think so. The Red Temple entrance is down here, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 All right. I'll hand my lantern back to Alina for a while.
Sure. You're about to change maps, so I'll do the actual thing on the next map.
All right. All right. We'll do the same thing we did in the Casting Institute here. Satsuka and I'll go up with our dark vision and scout out the area. This is only a scouting mission this time. We don't actually have an objective in the Red Temple as of yet. Is that correct?
Be careful and pay attention to any remainings of corpses.
Indeed.
There was some suspicious activity with them gathering the dead.
That was suspicious, yes. Alright. Shall we, Satsuka? I will unlock the door with the key. I will lock the door behind us with the key.
Okay. Everyone else gathered in that little room? Except Caleb?
Hang on. Still freaking lagging.
Yeah.
Why are you
Freak
standing
out.
on the
I
table?
bet you are.
It's
Okay.
just a map, bro.
You two are going to the Red Temple basement.
Are you happy now?
I feel no emotions over your actions with the desk.
So I can do this.
I'm glad I can't
Are
see
you
whatever
going
you
to
guys are
fuck
doing.
what?
I'm not doing it.
I
Back
know
after.
you're setting up map things. Do you mind if I step away from the microphone for about 30 seconds? I've just got to go and take care of something out of range of my headphones.
Go ahead.
I'll be back.
Wait, what?
I'm really worried what you were going to do to the fucking table.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Roller coaster simulation. Here we go.
Oops.
Daylight in the sewers.
Whoa. I believe that's called
The
sewer light.
the
Oh.
sun has descended down into the ground.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Or the
Oh,
riots started a
true.
huge fire, and it went into the sewers. And everywhere is bright.
Back.
Hello. Just setting up stuff still. Give me a second. Actually, probably more than 1 second. Gonna want a whole bunch of seconds. What is that noise? Was that someone squeezing out a sponge?
I didn't know that was a
Squeeze in the
You know that was a
was
what?
noise happening in the thing.
Do you not squeeze sponges in Canada?
Yeah.
They're all ice. How could they?
Yeah, water doesn't exist. It's just ice.
Canada is the nether. All water is steam.
Yeah, and if it's not steam, it's solid.
You mean ice?
Yeah, solid.
Sorry, my mistake.
So solid state drive is just a hard drive made out of ice?
Yeah.
Exactly. Ice drive.
Ice rice.
That doesn't work. Jim.
Oh, that's what you
Holy shit.
Wow.
I just got owned by
Thank you for
Dennis.
noticing, Dennis. We would be so lost.
I just got owned.
You're welcome.
Okay. Oh, I need music for this section.
Oh no, not the
What do
music.
you
It's the music.
know?
Are you okay there?
You did it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
You have no proof. And now you look like a crazy man.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not hallucinating?
Re-hallucinating.
Absolutely evil.
I feel like that joke's been made.
Oh.
Music is a little quiet. Okie dokie. Give you guys a second for the map to load in properly.
Do we need new stealth scores?
Yes. Please roll
With
stealth.
advantage.
Yes.
What?
Not you,
What?
Ruha.
I will need one from the bird, though.
Yes. I'm just about to flip you the bird now. Now the
Flip off the bird. Flip off the bird.
10 for the bird.
10 for the bird. Okay.
All right. I don't see any light yet.
I guess that's a good sign then.
Okay. From here, you can see a staircase going up into what looks like a daylit room. And you can see a staircase going down to more corridors and more darkness.
We should probably stay away from the daylight for now. Do you think we go downstairs?
It's worth a look around at least.
Pardon?
It'd be worth a look around.
True. A door here?
Mm-hmm. There's a door. Satsuka, this is the door you came to when you scouted here last time.
Is this door locked?
You don't know?
Okay. Does this door have evidence of the fact that it might be locked? Is there a keyhole? That's what I...
It has a
Is this door
keyhole.
lockable?
Yeah.
Alright, Satsuka. You're slightly more stealthy than I am. Do you want to try the handle?
I have an idea. I'll put my mage hand right in front of the handle and we can go around the corner when I try and open it.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast mage hand, have it right in front of the handle, not touching it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Then once I move around the corner, I'll push it forward and get it to turn the handle.
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and try and open it now.
Right. You hear as the handle turns.
I'll peek around the corner.
Do you want to open the door?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep going up this corridor. Just more broken furniture. There's a big room to the south.
Oh, 1 sec. Stay there a sec.
Are we good to keep moving or are things happening?
Okay, I just had to update something in the room. Because you see light down there.
Alright, there's a... You know, all the guards here have really funny names, but when there's one of those temple defenders down there, I don't think we should go into this room.
Yeah, let's leave it be for now.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Another big room here, but it doesn't look like there's any light. Peek around the corner like this. What does this look like? A crypt?
Yes, it does appear to be some sort of catacomb.
There's catacombs up there. Except multiple branching. And this is what's forward.
The death end.
Okay. We have two options available to us. We can either go north here and explore some of the passages off the catacombs. We can wind all the way back to that first room with the staircases and try going upstairs. What do you think?
We should check out this area since there's no light here.
Okay. I think there's just more catacombs to the east, but I'll check.
From there, you see a door at the end, and there is light under the door.
Okay, there's a door, there's light under the door. Does this staircase ascend or descend?
That one ascends, and there's a door at the top.
See any
Alright.
light coming out from under the door?
No.
Do you want to get this door, Satsuka? I don't think we should try the door that's lit.
Yeah, I can open it a little just to see if there's no light. So I'll recast Mage Hand from here and
Mhm.
use it to open the door. I will close it back since I see light coming through there. Saw some light up there. Not sure if it's
Okay.
daylight or a lantern.
So there's daylight at the top of the stairs?
I
Is that what
wasn't
you
sure
said?
if it was daylight or a lantern. It could have been either.
Okay.
This one here, it was firelight,
Yeah.
not daylight.
Can I put my eye up to the keyhole and try and look through?
Sure, give me a perception check.
12.
12. It looks like a room with a lot of barrels in it. You don't hear anyone, you don't see anyone.
I'll relay this information to Satsuka.
What do you think we should do? Check the other entrance or go back
I
to
will
the
go-
others?
I think we should. I'll check the other entrance. I'll do a similar keyhole look on this door.
Sure, perception check.
Critical fail. 2.
You realize there's no keyhole.
That one doesn't have a keyhole for me to look through.
Let's see. Hmm.
You know, I'd argue that that's an entirely successful perception check.
Okay. Doesn't change the fact that there's no keyhole. With a 2,
no,
you don't
but,
hear
like-
anyone.
Yes. Alright. I'm just going to... Can I have a look at this coffin? Is there any... Or sarcophagus, if you prefer. Is there any engraving on it?
Neither. It appears to be an altar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ilmar's doing that. I want to go over here
It's
and look
it's
at the.
it's Red Temple-esque, the altar. It doesn't look out of place, it just looks old. What were you looking at, Satsuka?
I was looking at the hinges on this door and see if the door opens this way or
Out or in?
this way. Out or in, yeah. If it opens towards me, I want to see which side of the door is going to be on.
So the hinges are on this corner.
Mhm.
And it looks like the door opens inward, away from you.
Okay. In that case, I would be waiting right here then.
What are you guys doing?
Alright.
So-
I think that might be wise for us to either try the door at the top of the stairs, here. I didn't see anyone in the room beyond, or to go back and try that room with daylight at the top of it.
Let's see. If you want, I can go in first. Just in case there is someone up there. For the door right here.
Alright, let's try that first.
Satsuka's gonna get out her +1 dagger, start heading up the stairs with that in one hand.
Sure.
I want to slowly open this door.
Mm-hmm. Just one moment, please. Sorry, I remade this map recently, and I've just noticed a few errors. Okay. This door. Alright, you want to open it?
Mhm. Alright.
There's another door straight across from you, which
So
also
I
has
see
light
it.
under it.
If I see it's safe, I'll go up with Satsuka.
Go right here. Oh, so I can see that torch right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was just a torch, it looks like. Should be safe. In this room, at least.
I'll peek around the corner up here just using a martyr.
These barrels. I want to look at them and see if I can find a little crack in it for me to look through and see what's inside them.
Um, the barrels. Well,
Communion wine. Well, they have communion, but that's it's a church. So
give me a perception check.
Perception.
Hmm?
12.
12. It's hard to find cracks. The barrels are sealed, but you don't smell anything terrible, and you don't see residue of anything terrible on the floors or anything like that. Doesn't strike you as suspicious, at least.
And these barrels are standing upright.
That's right.
Take my dagger and then poke a hole in the top of it for me to peer through. Just curious to see if there's bones inside, like the one we found in Tilma.
I think it would take quite a lot of effort to put a dagger through hardwood. You could try and pry a lid open.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. This comes with some risk of noise, so if you want to attempt this, I'll need a sleight of hand check.
I'll do sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
11.
11. A little noisier than you would have liked. There's some unexpected splintering sounds, but nothing too loud, you hope. You get the... You pry up the lid a little and manage to peek inside. With your dark vision, it's not bones. It looks like powder, probably flour or something, you're not sure.
Right, and I'll just let the lid back down slowly.
Sure.
I'll say to Satsuka, there's another hallway off of this room. I'm gonna send the owl up ahead. Just to see if she can see what's in this big room. And I'll stop Amada here. I wouldn't go any further.
Was Marta's stealth a 10?
Yes. As soon as I see the guard, I would ask her to save her to come back.
Yep, nope, wait there. What's that?
Move.
You can move
I'll
now.
call up. I will desummon Amada immediately.
Okay.
Yep. And
You
then
need to
resummon
delete her. Oh, or move her.
And then resummon her immediately on my shoulder. Door.
Oh, shut the door behind us.
Badly. Was that a sound effect you were making?
Sorry?
Did you make a sound effect then, or was that just interference on the line?
I think someone sneezed.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I couldn't tell if it was a sneeze or a sound.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a sneeze.
It scared me.
Wasn't me. You hear footsteps.
Quickly. Let's get back to the entrance.
Just like,
Right. Close the door.
closing the door.
Yeah.
Hmm. Alright. Going all the way back?
Yeah.
I'll send the owl back up the stairwell, just to see if there's light coming. I'll leave her there for a good, like, solid 30 seconds.
Okay.
No light, no
10
change.
seconds. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Nothing.
Okay, I think he stopped. I think we shouldn't go back down that staircase just in case.
Yeah, probably not a good idea for right now.
Alright. Can someone puppet me for about 2 minutes? I would advocate for going up and just having a look at what's under that door with daylight, but that's it.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Alright. Taking you both back to the other map. Whoop. So while that was happening, Flamebearer, Ruha, Caleb, Alina, what were you guys doing?
Rua was doing nothing to the table, right?
I am not. I have never come on a table. I've never put my dick anywhere near a table.
What?
I'd like to search the room for like interesting stuff.
Sure. Give me
Interesting.
an investigation check.
$19.
Interesting as in like valuable, unique,
Valuables.
tasty. Okay.
Valuables.
Anything
Tasty.
valuable. Yeah, just gotta make sure I whatever Caleb finds interesting.
And any strawberries.
Anything valuables? A 19. Let's see. There is on the table. There's like a nice oil lantern. Looks to be, sorry, an oil lamp. Looks to be bronze or something. Sort of, someone's kept it reasonably shiny. It's not lit, but looks functional.
Probably not a good idea to take it. Caleb will leave it there.
Okay. Aside from that, unless he finds, you know, a broom or half a bottle of alcohol or anything like that empty.
I see.
Alright. Anything else? Alina?
Maybe like a quick listen out for anything.
To the sewers?
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
8.
8. Aside from the trickling of water, you hear nothing out there.
I guess I'll just read. I have a book.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ria and Flamebearer.
Not doing it.
What?
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing anything? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Satsuka and Aylmer, you can come back about now if you like.
How long were they gone? Just
I'm gonna say between 5 and 10 minutes.
okay, then no, nothing special.
Nothing special.
Let Elmar go first because he has the key.
Okay.
You should knock on the door. Imagine how confused we would be if you just knocked on the door.
Alright, I would like to place an order, please.
So this is Wendy.
So
Here
this
to
is
pick up
Wendy.
I'm here to pick up an order for Dove Sky.
Oh no.
Uh,
Alright, Elma? He's not back. He lied.
How dare
He's
he
muted.
lies to
You're
me.
muted.
I guess I'll pickpocket Elmar for the key.
Okay. I've already opened the door for you, so you can go down if you want.
someone can maybe skin Ilmar's skin and then wear it. Become the new
Oh, yeah.
father.
That's a
That's
good
how we
idea.
pass on fathership.
No.
That's not cold like at all. I like it. Just realized this is literally how
Cold.
cults start.
Let's make it. The eldest child kills the father, skins him, or alive, skins him alive, let's say.
Mhm.
That's how
What
They
cults
What if the
start.
father? What if the father is the eldest child?
What?
He birthed himself. He birthed himself.
Come again?
Look up pointers, okay?
What if the
I
father is the
understand.
eldest child?
Look. Shit.
According to Atlas's logic, one time, if you turn a god into soup, you gain their powers. So theoretically, if you turn Elmar into soup, you become the father of the group.
What
True.
kind of a soup would Aylmar be?
Elmore soup. Easy.
Eber soup.
Sand.
He looks like lentil colored.
You probably need a big kitchen for
He looks like a
Big kitchen soup.
Shut up.
cappuccino. Right, I'll just move him down here. That's fine.
Big kitchen soup for a big boy.
Oh my god.
Sorry for disappearing, I'm back. And you're laughing. That means it's a Zana
Yeah,
life.
we were turning you into soup, and you ended up being a big kitchen soup.
Your character is
Ah.
soup. My condolences.
Does this mean I get extra character points?
No, you're
Like,
dead.
I thought
Alright.
maybe like I was strong enough or something.
It's a whole new feat.
You're not strong enough to open this door.
So,
Okay,
what did Satsuka see at the top of that staircase?
she hasn't gone up.
She didn't
Soup
go up.
and little soup.
Nope.
Okay. So we know we have a way into the Red Temple now, but what do we do with it? It's sort of harder approach to be stealthy in.
I wouldn't be opposed to raiding the Red Temple, provided we have evidence they are corrupted.
Well, do we still have one letter from Father Baldwin about his necromancy?
The necromancy.
That we found in Telmar when we had gone through the
Oh,
sewers
yes.
there.
Yes, we do have those papers, yes. The note from a grave robber from like 50 sessions ago.
Yeah, the unknown scroll tube.
That's not the unknown scroll tube. The unknown scroll tube is older than that.
Yes, that too, guy.
And the crab fighting papers.
Back in the days of Taurus 2 feet.
So, what do we do then?
You can attest.
Does anyone have any ideas?
I don't know. Maybe a beach episode.
We
really
did that.
we want to raid the
We did beach
red-
episode when? Fuck.
It was the opening session, remember?
Oh yeah, fuck. Sure,
Rude.
sure, sure.
It is hardly a good beach. We have to go to a good beach.
We're inland, Ruha.
What do you mean that dockside, man?
Shore
Beach is a
episode.
dockside. Sure.
We even had
Yeah,
the
that was a
cruise ship
short
episode
episode.
when we went on the Vermeer. Now, Now, I think we need to investigate that last bit of the Red Temple that we didn't look at. That staircase up to daylight. It might be useful to know where we stand there. So, can we go back and look at that, Satsuka? And we'll
be
make that the
fun.
last thing. We'll make that the last thing we look at today.
By the way,
Yes,
was-
Ruha?
are you guys drawing a map or something? Because that we probably need that.
I will draw you a map. I'm also a terrible artist.
Try Germ. Oh no, I'm gonna ask this in the end.
$15, 15 Hong
What?
Kong.
Oh. I'll ask. Yeah, we'll see.
And I was going to say if Flamebear was serious about perhaps eventually raiding the Red Temple, you do have the meeting with the Vermeer tonight. Perhaps she could aid us in that.
The Vermeer. Yes, we do have the meeting with the Vermeer to get to. Let's just have a look at this last staircase then, and then we should get back to the surface.
I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Let's go then.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay, so you two are going back up, and Satsuka is going. Okay, so let's bring you back to this map. Bring you over here, and
Alright.
resume control.
Still no guard present, Satsuka. We're fine.
Alright.
Alright. Let's just see what's outside of this door.
Would you like me to go up first?
Pardon?
Would you like me to go up first?
Yes, indeed.
Alright. So let's go. We'll go up and slowly open the door with her dagger in one hand.
Okay. There is no door. It is a stairwell.
Oh, then I'll slowly go up the
And you
stairwell.
come around to here. Jump scare.
If
I
that's
have a
if it's
question.
Yes.
Wait, never mind. This is not the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I was gonna say, was there any broken windows by chance?
Nope.
Okay. I will head back down now.
All right.
Can't be the bushes, look.
what did you find up there?
It looked like part of the main Red Temple that's open to the public, perhaps. I see
Oh.
daylight outside in the courtyard.
May I go? I'll go up and have a look, and then we'll get out of this place.
Alright, I'll watch down here.
I'll go up and around.
Okay. Over to the left.
Over to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I'm struggling to locate myself, which is a interesting philosophical position. But
Just
in this
directly
case, it's
left of where you were.
Okay. How sturdy? How soft do the bushes look?
There are no bushes out there.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Good
peek
comment.
around this corner,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll be me done. But I just want to peek.
Stealth
I don't
check,
want to
please.
full and skip around. All right. $25.
25. Go ahead.
Peek.
A door.
Oh no! I can see through the windows.
You
and
can.
I'm remembering business meetings past.
Yes. This is the business end of the Red Temple. Not in that way.
Okay. In which case, I will redescend the stairs.
You'll resend. Heck. Can you move again? Your token just disappeared for me.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That was weird. Alright. There you go.
Yes, I recognize it, Satsuka. It's one of the reading rooms off where our ill-fated raid on the Red Temple happened. I can see the street outside.
I thought it looked familiar.
In which case, it seems like taking this staircase will take us to the Red Temple courtyard proper, and going this way will take us to the rest of the Red Temple sub-basement.
Yes. We did want to do a raid on the Red Temple. I feel sub-basement would be the better option to go about.
You're probably right.
What are you guys doing?
We
Just
should
heading-
head back to the others and tell them what we found.
Alright. You're all back down in the sewer. Emma?
Alright, sorry, I'm just physically drawing a map.
Oh. I see.
You should probably do it later. Or,
Yes, but I have a terrible memory
like
for
that.
maps.
I see.
These
Can
streams
always
are
assist
recorded.
yourself with the, with the vote.
Yes, but watching the stream is admitting failure. Now the Alright. The other
Welcome back.
The other staircase off of the entry area leads into the main one of the reading rooms off the courtyard. I don't think it's an area that's open to the public, but it is a surface level area that we've seen before.
I have one important question.
Hmm?
If we were to raid the Red Temple, do you foresee us getting surrounded. Are there any complicated turnarounds? Is the layout of the building easy enough?
I haven't seen a lot of the Red Temple. Above the surface, it is. Above the surface, there is definitely potential to be surrounded, but these crypts down below, these hallways and basements, are new to me.
I see. Perhaps we should investigate it once more at a different time.
I don't know if they'd be pulling guards from anywhere else from the Red Temple to defend against the riot. We only saw 2 temple defenders there. One in one of the big rooms near the entrance, and another one that nearly chased us out on a hallway a story up.
You mentioned being wanted in the city. Do you people have history with the Red Temple itself?
We may have once publicly attacked the Red Temple in a misguided effort to. It's a long story, but yes, they probably remember us.
Alright. That is a good thing to know. That means they have public enemies in the city. If they have public enemies, it wouldn't change much if we were to attack. We can always back off. They are already aware.
If we were to attack, I feel the best option would be to go from underground.
I would be inclined to agree that the best option to attack them would be from underground as well.
At that point, they couldn't get city guards involved.
Enjoy the wonders of my handwriting, party.
Alright.
Can you rotate it so that I can see it?
And
Oh,
it's even the wrong
can't read mine.
orientation. Gosh, what a successful artist I am.
Alright. Alternatively, there is always the mayor's manor. We were also supposed to get a look.
Yes, but I don't know an easy way to access the mayor's manor. I've been to the undercroft of the Red Temple before.
We do have the map that I got.
Point.
Also, Elmar, you would, like, in character, you would know because the party told you later on that they found the entrance to from the underground
manor.
through the arena.
Alright, so we have a choice to make. Do we want to attack the Red Temple, just retreat, or explore the mayor's manor as well? I have the feeling if we go into the mayor's manor, we're not coming out for a while. So perhaps it would be smarter to meet with the Vermeer again tonight before we make any movement in that direction.
You prefer to stall? Oh.
I'm
What
just saying,
information could you gather from that friend of yours that would aid us in the investigation of the mayor's manor?
she used to work for the mayor for over a year. Fairly high up in his circles, too. But we have gathered a lot of useful information from her already.
Right. Then do you believe there is any more to be learned from that individual?
I'm not entirely sure. I tend to exercise caution, as you possibly have noticed.
Yes,
But
and I believe it is very safe to attack the Red Temple. You only mentioned 2 guards.
in which case, would you like to try it now?
I don't mean to take over the entire temple, but if we secure the underground for ourselves, we have a very good intel on them for future.
If we do this, we probably won't get a chance to attack from the bottom again. They'll beef up security. This is the only important thing to note.
If they focus on Red Temple, all the easier for us to go for Myers Manor next.
True. All right. Well, I found 2 guards.
Virgil, is your mic moved?
I think you're moving away.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, is that better?
More consistent, you're not cutting out.
That's angled better too?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, sounds decent, yeah.
I think it would be wise to, if we were to raid the Red Temple, to do it 1 guardsman at a time. We can try it now, if you'd like.
I believe some of us got slightly injured and with the magical traps. Maybe a short rest would be recommended.
I don't think that's a bad idea. Setsuka, with your unfailing internal clock, what time of day is it at the moment? Actually, I would have seen the sunlight in the reading room.
The sunlight would tell you that it's not late afternoon.
Mid-afternoon.
Probably, yeah.
It's the middle of the afternoon. How injured is everybody? I'm completely intact.
Not too hurt myself.
I'm not hurt.
I am fine enough, yes.
Ruha?
If you think this is good, yes. If there's anything to be gained.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit meta, but yeah, my character would prefer to take a short rest.
Oh fuck, Yes.
What's the minimum amount of on a short rest?
1
It's
hour.
like half an hour, I believe.
Short rest is 1 hour.
Oh,
God damn.
Long rest is 8 hours.
My standing order with the Vermeer is that we meet that she will be at 6 bells every evening for the next week with the amount I paid her so far. So we don't have to be there tonight necessarily if we want to talk to her again. Is that understood? So we don't have to be back anywhere at a particular time.
nice.
So, would you like to try this? I think it would be wise if we were to make bodies down there, if we were to kill any of the temple guards, that it would be wiser for us to either try and subdue them non-lethally, or to, if we kill them, to remove their bodies from the Red Temple proper, if we can.
I would prefer to avoid any unnecessary killing.
Yes, as would I.
Really?
Yes, unless they prove themselves to be corrupted or affiliated with the Untemplars, then all I have for them is... I will not finish the sentence.
We do have it on fairly reliable sources that they are
Insight.
quite corrupt.
I do want to insight
Insight what?
What are you inside?
when Flambear said, I do not want to finish the sentence. Like, what was
Okay.
he gonna say?
What are you hoping for?
Yeah.
Well, you can't tell what he was going to say.
Yeah, but his
You can't read
I
his
don't wanna
I
mind.
mean,
Predict
what were
words.
intentional? What my
Yes.
facial expressions were?
where you were going
Go
with that.
ahead.
How you felt about them.
Sure. Inside check.
Yeah, you have
Was
the
it
answer.
respect? Was it disdain but not deadly disdain? Like what kind of thing were you giving off?
Oh, I know what
What
I
do you
will
feel
not
about
roll
them?
with this character. Anyway. Well, I guess I will explain, right? Because it's
Mhm.
okay, that's the trend we have set. You could very clearly see signs of anger, you know, like frowning on of the brows. It was very clear that he was pretty much holding himself back not to make any overly emotional statements. I mean, like there was very clear and strong and negative emotion behind his words. So you
Okay.
could, you could assume it was nothing pleasant, nothing positive that he was going
Okay,
to say.
gotcha.
Yeah.
What did you think he was going to say? I'll join them.
I don't know what he was. Why did he even insert?
What
Like,
do
I
you
thought it
mean?
was
This
clear,
is
but
this is why I asked. This is precisely what I asked. Did he feel like disdain toward them, but not deadly disdain, or did it feel like positive toward them when saying
Positive. Did you just say
what I feel
positive
about them is
disdain?
I don't want to continue.
I don't think such a
Positive.
sentence can
So
end
ridiculous.
positively.
It can.
Like, when I catch him, I'll give him a big hug. Okay, what are you guys doing?
I'll scrub their bellies.
Scrub?
Scrub their bellies.
You mean rub?
What?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Like a loofah?
moving on.
Yes.
Shut the
Like a
fuck
Moving on.
microfiber.
What are you guys
up.
doing?
Moving on. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we're currently deciding whether we go in or not. I believe.
all right. So if you look at my very terrible diagram, I tried to make the thicker black lines indicative of the fact that there's doors there. So there's 4 doors on this diagram. One in the twisty corridor.
I like the
one-
wireless transmission between one of the rooms and the other.
Those are staircases.
Question marks like meat hooks. Nice.
My question marks do look a little like meat hooks. I don't want to talk about it. The
Okay, what you were saying?
if we go up there, we want to try and non-lethally subdue any guards that we encounter, but try to avoid violence altogether. The trouble is, there's a lot of
Right.
temple defenders. Do you think it worth?
We should make sure there are no alternative ways to get behind us once we go in.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid there are alternative ways to get behind us, I'm afraid. Right from the very first room. But,
We should proceed in a way that will prevent those. We
alright
could
then.
scout accordingly.
Then let's go. We'll take the whole party up there. Those with lanterns hang back so you don't give us away by your light. Shall we?
Alright, I'll stay at the back.
Alright.
All right. Everyone's going upstairs?
I guess
so.
Yeah,
Okie
I'm at the back.
smoky.
I guess no short rest. Alright.
Oh, you guys want to take a short rest?
I mean, I'm fine either way. I was just suggesting it because, some people get technically shot
Yep.
by the laser.
I'm going to need someone to make some decisions. What are you guys doing?
Short rest.
I will
Short
offer
rest.
I'll offer Flamebearer a healing potion if he really wants to take a short rest. But if we take a short rest, we need to make it like the quickest possible short rest.
Quickest possible is 1 hour.
Quickest 1 hour we can. Right, we gotta get this
every
out quickly,
60
guys.
minutes. Every 60 minutes, 1 hour passes in Africa. We need to get to Africa for the shortest rest possible.
Alright,
All
can
right.
we like start running so that time dilates or whatever?
You running east or
Go
west?
a little faster.
Stop dilating.
You can
Stop
run.
fucking dilating.
You can run
Let's just
against the rotation of Riiga if you want.
let's just have this. Rest.
Okay.
How massive can I become within 30 minutes?
I don't know
Let's
how much
work out.
time I have left, so we should hurry.
Okay,
Sure. All right.
Okay.
Hurry 1 hour.
Where are you doing the short rest?
Hanging,
I think
chilling.
if we go back into this little annexy room where you're making me into soup, it might be the best place because there are doors on both sides
Yeah.
here that can be shut off.
Yep. So you can close that one. And that one. Oh, Caleb.
Yep.
Yep.
Caleb, no.
Sorry.
Okay. What's our heal? How do we heal?
If you're doing a short rest, you
That's my heal.
choose how many hit dice. Oh, nice. You want to expend.
I want to expend our own hit dice? Oh my god.
Yes, that's the purpose of hit dice.
Uh,
So you have
fuck.
4,
Oh,
and they are d8s.
fuck, god.
I don't think I've ever used a hit die.
I mean,
Yes,
so far,
Alma's-
people are either mining or
Alma's-
maxing them.
And points reserved one of my 3 points that I don't have. Nice.
Some people might have skills that affect hit die, like racial skills, so make sure you check that. And don't forget to subtract them once you roll them.
Racial.
Oh, I don't get this back. Okay. Okay, well, 1 second, fixing one thing. Okay, good.
Yep, and any skills that come back after a short rest also are recovered.
I have like a
skills that
divine
come
sense
back
back
after
on short
short.
rest, but I don't.
T, this is a very questionable tally you've got on your character sheet here.
What you mean?
Your 4th tracking object.
What is a tracking object?
The things you're tracking. Beast
What does
shape,
that mean?
crossbow bolts.
Oh. Yes. Oh, that guy. Oh, you know. You gotta track here. Can't say that.
Sure.
That was unintentional.
That was unintentional. Perfect. Alright, so everyone's done their short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Alright.
Let's go to the.
Yes.
Let's go on an expedition.
Alright, setting up everyone's stuff now.
Pretty easy.
So, who is taking a lantern?
I would hand mine off to Alina.
Alina,
Wow.
are you consenting?
Am I consenting to
Did you want to carry a lantern?
Consent to a lantern.
Enthusiastic consent.
Am I giving you a light? Yes or no?
I guess I'm
Otherwise,
taking
it would be a light
light.
rape.
I'm asking if you want to take a light.
You.
Don't I guess.
No. I suppose I could.
No, 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 no.
Sure, yeah, give it to me. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Give you a light.
Yes,
Join
I
your
consent.
Okay.
I consent to the light.
Perfect.
Trey, it kind of feels like you forced her. I don't know.
I just wanted a yes or
Like
a no. Who else is taking
I
a
mean,
light
you
down?
asked. Look,
Wow.
she was like,
Now it's
I don't
light
know. And then
grooming.
you kept pushing and pushing and pushing.
No,
until
he
she
didn't
said
say I
yes.
don't know. He said
Dude.
I suppose and I guess.
But that's like, take
That-
the hint.
That's a half-hearted yes.
Take a hint. Yeah, exactly.
He
That's
can't take a
no.
hint. He's autistic.
Look, have you ever heard of enthusiastic consent? They have to like really say that they want it. You know.
See,
You
you know,
can't
the
just
reason we
say,
don't
"I
get
don't
anything
know."
done is we spend
Is
10 minutes
only-
arguing over.
Alina and Flamebear are taking lights.
I'm always taking my light. Yeah.
What are you
Oh my
teaching your viewers?
Caleb is not? Okay. Riha's not taking a light. Alright.
Ruha's taking
No,
it.
I don't
heavy.
want your light.
Too bad you're getting a light.
Alright. Here we are.
Let us night vision people go up ahead, and everyone should be.
I need-
stealthy.
A stealth check for everyone.
Everyone.
Yes. New. I will say people are rolling well. I will say
People in the dark have advantage.
I will say the people who are carrying lanterns just roll straight. Everyone else gets advantage.
Is that okay?
The first Alma roll is Alma. The second Alma roll is a martyr.
Okay. Satsuko has a 21.
Wow.
Alina has a
People staying at the
15
back also. Okay.
with disadvantage. Nice.
15, wow.
No way.
Oh. Ruha has...
Heavy armor bodies?
Neat.
And you have advantage, Ruha.
Oh my fuck. Okay.
I would say high 5, but it should be high chink.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
Ruha with advantage rolls the same as the heavy armor uses with disadvantage.
Flamebearer. Caleb, you have advantage. Oh, you did roll
Yeah,
twice.
I rolled twice. It's
Unlucky. And your bird, 18.
That's a surname in my country.
Okay.
I still have 4 on me. Is
Oh.
that reflecting the fact that I rolled 20?
Nope. 20 should be blank. There you go.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll beckon you up when it's safe to move.
I will make space for Ruha to move ahead, because I have a lantern, so I'm letting people
But
without
okay,
light
so
go ahead.
Is there any
are we
light
waiting for a
displaying?
hauler, right?
Nope.
Is there any light
What?
displaying this?
Nope.
Around this door. Sorry. Yep.
Nope.
Okay. I'll open the door.
Caleb just got squished.
You're very squished.
All right. All right. I think it might be worth our benefit to investigate this room. There's a source of light in it, and before it was a defender. You're stealthier than I am. You blend in with the shadows more. Do you want to have a look at this?
Sure, I can take a look inside.
Do you mind carrying a martyr on his shoulder? That'll give us both eyes in there.
That would be fun.
All right. Can you give Satsuki the ability to move a martyr around?
I sure can. Oops. Bum 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 bum. Satsuka, you should have control.
Oops. It does. Okay.
Right. It smells pretty funky in this direction, you notice. You
I
see
see why.
before you and beside you many wooden coffins. This room is rather tall, about 20 to 30 feet tall, and these alcoves in the side are at multiple levels, and many have coffins in them and many do not. You see beside you is an open coffin with what looks like a wrapped body, and there are coffins strewn all about the place, and there is a partition raised here, but it's not completely solid, so you can catch a glimpse of a light and a defender on the far end, and you see a cage, a large metal cage, and you hear some noises, some chattering coming from further. What do you want to do?
You want to see the defender, right?
You can sort of catch a glimpse between these boards.
Okay. Elmore, it looks like this room is being used to store bodies here. I can see.
Interesting.
I see on the other side of this divider, defender with a lantern. trying to think of a way we could take him out.
Maybe it's worth me trying to fire an arrow to hit his lantern. If I can put it out, then you can run up with him to him with a dagger and subdue him non-lethally.
Mhm.
Do you
But
think
there's
we can
also a
achieve?
cage in there. I heard some noises from it.
Interesting.
One thing I could try and do is make some noise with my mage hand invisibly, lure him in closer, and use my mage hand to put out his lantern and take him out.
Is that possible with a mage hand?
What's that?
To both lure someone closer and then put out their lantern with mage hand.
Isn't the mage hand
I thought we can
invisible?
interact with.
Yes.
But the mage hand can still make noise.
Yeah, I
You-
was gonna
You
knock
can
some stuff around.
you can move a certain amount of a certain weight. I believe the mage hand can interact with like
10 pounds.
10 pounds. Yeah.
Mhm.
We will go with whatever your plan is, Satsuka. I don't mind. I can try and sharpshoot out his lantern. But we could also try to attract him closer.
The thing with trying to shoot his lantern is there's a divider between us and him.
That would do it. Maybe it would be better to try and lure him closer. In which case, do we think it might be beneficial to have the others here?
We could have them waiting over here.
Yes. But we'd have to get them to dim their lanterns. Oh,
Mhm.
alright.
I just put
At
up a
least-
wall which is probably more representative of the
Can I
wooden
just
wall.
move the owl in to have a look?
Yeah, I was gonna do this.
That wall in front, that's like, you can tell there's someone behind there because it's got like gaps in it, but that's more representative of like the layout.
Okay. And this place that Satsuga saw, their bodies in like these little alcoves,
Coffins.
coffins.
Yeah. And it's multiple tiers vertically. So this is like an actual catacomb where a large amount of bodies are kept.
Okay. In which case, why didn't you try to make a sound to lure the Red Temple guard closer? We might be able to succeed on taking him out by ourselves.
I'll look around for a hiding spot first before I do that.
Alright, take the owl with you.
Regarding these alcoves on the side,
You
Mhm.
can't get into them.
people can fit in them, but you would have to go down on all fours and crawl in.
Hmm.
So it's a hiding spot, but it's not mobile.
What
Is
about
this
right here?
a pillar?
This is just a column in the middle of the room that goes to the ceiling.
About how high are these stacked up right here?
Just what you see, 2 coffins up.
Okay. Mhm.
In which case, I'll wait till Satsuka comes back.
Oops. Mm-hmm.
So do you think it might be worth trying to take him out with just the 2 of us? We have the advantage of being able to see in the dark. The others need light to do that.
Yeah. I suppose. Mhm. I'm gonna take a look through that little divider and see if I can get an idea of if the guard's holding the lantern or if it's just clipped on his side. Would it should be perception to try and
So
peer through the cracks?
you want to get a better look? All right, give me a perception check. Yep.
It's normal perception. 3.
A 3. Taking a moment to peer through, it's hard to find cracks that are conveniently placed. It looks like he has in one hand he has a halberd, the other hand is holding a lantern just sort of down at his side.
Can the bird have a look as well?
A 24 is a bit higher than a 3. What I'm going to do for you, Mr. Bird, is show you this. There's a bit more going on back here.
Oh gosh. Okay. I have one question about what I just saw.
Yes.
In what I saw in Amada's eyes. That cage,
Mm-hmm.
was that shut?
Yes.
Okay. I will get Satsuka to I'll get Amada to casually peck at Satsuka and Alma needs to talk to you. Immediately.
Satsuka report to the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. There are 3 people in that room, not just the guard. So, there's an ether zombie in a cage. Alright? That's what we expected. Which means the Red Temple is involved in creating them. There's that defender we saw earlier. He's there too. Father Baldwar is also there working at some sort of table. Which means he's definitely involved in creating these things. Or at least he has knowledge of their existence. Go and get the others. If Baldwar is this reachable, I'm not losing this opportunity. We aren't
Alright.
losing this opportunity.
Here, would you like to take Matsu back?
I will, yes.
I'll get the others. Alright, Elmore wants the rest of you to come up ahead. I recommend Alina at least dimming your lantern, if not putting it out completely. I'll have you wait in a side corridor.
Hey, Virgil, what sort of lantern do you got?
It's
Sort
a
of
fairly
lantern.
standard lantern, so you can sort of it's got shutters on the side that you can dim.
Alrighty. Then I guess
Trajim
I'll do
will
that.
love adjusting the, the light.
I
Yeah, Trajim
love
loves
adjusting.
things.
They make it so easy to adjust these things with many, many clicks. I've halved your lantern size.
Oh, because it has dim as it goes.
Oh, you want it lower?
It doesn't go real dim. Is there like a real
It's
dim
down to
setting?
5 feet now.
Good.
Alright, I'll wait for the others to get back. I'm just away from microphone for a second.
Flamebearer, are you changing your light?
I mean, I can cover it up a bit, but I'm not. Yeah.
Huh? Just checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone follow me.
Okay.
It may be better to have either Alina or Flamebearer at the front.
All right. I can. Just point me at the corner. I don't want to expose myself.
Do this or up the stairway.
How close are the enemies?
They're still a good ways away.
Just to make sure, Trajan, I'm not misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Beyond 15 feet from me,
Mm-hmm.
it
You're
like
still
actually
arguing about
doesn't
lantern
the light.
lights?
What?
I don't have lantern. We're moving, but I'm just confirming as we're moving one thing. Beyond 15, it's not like there's some additional dim light. Like 15 is all it gets, right? It won't like go around the corner.
Alright, I'll step
This
up
is
to
where you
them
should
before
wait.
they bring the light any closer. We'll talk
Uh,
in this room.
15? Wait, what are you asking?
I asked if
I
I
was
should
just
No,
asking.
step up.
I'm talking to
Sorry.
you.
I was asking if my light, if 15 feet is all I got, or if it goes like into like some sort of dim light or whatever. Because I know there's technically 2 types of light on Roll20.
Oh, like different levels of it?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it's actually 15 because otherwise I would do something to try to cover it up a bit more.
Where is it?
Make it less, I guess. It's Hearthstone, isn't it? It's the second one.
Oh, there it is. I'm blind. Yeah, it only does
Yeah.
15. I mean, you could like half tuck it away to try and reduce it, I guess.
Yeah. I have to see where I'm going, and I have to see beneath my feet.
Mm-hmm.
I won't give up on that part.
Sure. All right.
Alright,
All right, back to you, Aylmer.
I'll explain to the others. Baldur is in there. There's only one temple defender with him. If we want to attack Baldur and take him prisoner, this is the time to do it.
I have an idea, actually.
Yes, Satsuka?
If we kill the temple defender, I could cast sleep on Voldwar.
Alright. In which case, let's prepare one of those alpha strike things against the temple defender. We'll make some noise and have attacks readied for him. Okay?
Yes.
Did you make sure that your target cannot flee? Because if you alarm the temple guard, is this Father Baldur not going to run?
Could I have a re-snapshot of what I saw in the room to make sure there was no other doorways out, Trajan?
Nope.
As far as
Did you see one?
I didn't, but I don't trust my memory. My own personal memory is Malcolm, not my memory is Alma. Was there a door, Trajan?
Make an intelligence check.
Normal intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. You don't think so? I mean, there was lots of alcoves.
There were a few alcoves, but no doors that I could tell. I think this is a really good opportunity.
Although, I will say, in order for me casting sleep to have a chance of working, we will have to kill the temple defender. We wouldn't go just
If the
knock him
temple
out.
defender is actively here, watching Baldur make ether zombies, he's part of this corruption too.
I have no qualms killing someone who participates in such acts.
Then let us go. How do we handle this? The temple guard is the #1 priority, but Baldur will be a powerful mage as well. We shouldn't ignore the things he's capable of.
Worst
There's a
case,
single man. We can encircle him, and he's done
Quite.
for.
So how do we do this? Do we try to sneak up with lanterns low and then surprise them?
I'd say we have the people with lanterns in the back,
Yeah.
and then myself, you, and Caleb ready to take out the temple defender. And
Yes.
as long as you two can take him out, I can cast sleep on Baldwar.
Alright, let's try that then. If we catch them by surprise, we'll have a bit of an advantage in combat.
Alright, before I commit to this plan, I'm gonna check the radius on sleep once
Sure.
more just to make sure.
Yes, the horse incident.
There's a horse down here. What?
20 feet. Okay. So that would be
There are 300 rats in the alcoves. It'd be funny if sleep
I'll
worked
have
on
to do
insects. Just wasted it every time.
It works on amoeba.
20 feet radius or 20 feet diameter?
Let me see. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range.
Radius, okay.
Oh, that's big.
That is big.
It is quite big.
40 feet across.
Would
you're
you
gonna
rather
use
me
sleep,
try?
if you're gonna cast sleep, you'll have to make sure to cast it so you don't capture the ether zombie in the radius as well. It's locked in a cage, but you know what they're like. They're very unpredictable.
Yes, if I could. Perhaps I might be able to get a better look at the place once we go in. It may be
Alright.
better to cast Hideous Laughter.
Alright. So it'll be us 3 archers ahead, and then the heavier fighters and Ruha behind with the light.
I have
Alright.
a crossbow.
Let's try this. Is there anything else we need to determine?
Not that I can think of.
Keep a hold of Satsuka, Caleb. Don't get lost in the darkness.
We lost her in the darkness. Okay, I see her. What is the temple card is a worm?
Is that you, Satsuka? Or is that... No, that's Trajan.
Yeah.
Oh, you could see that? Damn.
Trajan in
Yeah.
campaign?
Whoa.
Alright, I can see his light. Once we reveal ourselves, everything's gonna hit the fan, so we have to be careful. Are you guys ready?
I am.
Alright. I'll knock an arrow to my bow ready to fire to the temple defender as soon as I step around the corner.
You are preparing an attack?
Yes, to go off at the temple defender as soon as I step around the corner.
I'm
going to say as soon as I get to about here and I have a good angle on him.
You... You can't... What's the plan here? You can't mechanically plan an attack and then move. So
I'm
like...
saying I've knocked a bow in my arrow.
Yep.
And I'm carrying it readied. And then when I reach here, I'm going to fire at him. I haven't entered combat yet, so this isn't really obeying the laws of mechanic.
So you're not drawing him in. You guys are moving in to shoot.
Is that the plan? I thought that was the plan. Yeah, we're moving.
I'm just making sure.
Okay.
All right. Let me check one last thing. Okay, so all 3 of you have bows ready, is that right?
Yeah.
And the other 3 are up there.
They're going to come in behind.
Okay. Let's see. I think the easiest way to do this is if you guys move 1 square at a time and we calculate things as we go. So take your first step.
Guys at the back, don't forget to do your step as well.
I mean, how would we know? We can't see you.
Okay. Do your second step. Alright, T. We won't be going for another 20 minutes. So you won't miss much. At this point, Caleb, with your longbow, the end of it brushes the column here, and the defender looks in your direction. Are you guys reacting to that?
Yes, I would do my standard formula for attacking in combat. I would send a martyr out, perform the help action, and then I would fire sharpshooter with advantage. Is this acceptable?
Well, that depends, because it'll be initiating combat. So you want to initiate. Don't roll anything. So Elmar, you want to initiate. Satsuka
Yes.
and Caleb, you see the guard turn to the group in the darkness, going to lift up his lantern. Are you guys acting? You can essentially engage or withdraw.
Let me.
Or something else. I don't know.
Measurement.
Sure. He's indeed 30 feet away.
And I can see him now, visibly, right?
Yeah, you can see him. Caleb
So
has
is he
like
holding his lantern, or is it like clipped on his
He's-
side and he's reaching for it?
his lantern is in his left hand, which was down at his side, but as he heard the noise and turned, he's lifting the lantern up to get a better look.
Just trying to think what I can do with my mage hand about this.
Hmm.
So how are lanterns in this time period? How do they work?
Depends on the lantern.
Oh, the one he's holding, from what I'm seeing.
This is a nice lantern. It's not like a cheap little lamp.
You can't really extinguish a lantern anyway with mage hand. Like you can just magically wave it away.
I think it's an action to operate a lantern, isn't it?
It's an action to
See
cast a
it.
mage
Oh, he's
hand.
gone. What you can do with your mage hand with the lantern is basically down to the action economy. So it's an action to operate a lantern either way, like regardless of how it works.
So what I'm thinking of possibly doing, if it would be possible, is if I see that Elmar's going to shoot,
Mhm.
I would cast Mage Hand invisibly, send it over. He's wearing I guess a cloak, like in his picture, right?
He has plate armor, but he does have a cloak as well. Yes.
If I would be able to do this, I could grab his cloak and then pull it into the fire of the lantern. That's what I would try and do.
The lantern is closed.
Ah, okay. I guess I would just ready my bow if Elmar's going to shoot.
Sure. So you're engaging. Caleb.
Engaging as well. Can I shoot when I hear the Elmar shoots?
Sure. Well, what I'll do, if you three are engaging,
Roll initiative.
because T has gone and he's gonna be going this time every week, so we'll have slightly shorter sessions for a while probably. this is enough time. We'll roll initiative tonight, but that's it. We won't do any combat tonight. We'll just roll initiative and then we'll call it.
Will this count as a surprise round?
Some targets in the room may or may not be surprised. You don't know. So roll initiative, everyone.
Satsuka, you and I have both 19.
Yep, you three up there are ready for combat. So you three up there are technically surprised because you don't know when combat is happening, but you get initiative anyway.
Yeah.
I'll roll for
Are you sure?
Ruha. Am I sure what?
Are you sure?
What?
What's
Oh
your
yeah,
dex
Ruhad
mod?
wouldn't be surprised.
Ruha can't be
Yeah,
surprised.
Ruha's
That's a good point.
What's your dex modifier, Satsuka?
Dex modifier +4.
Trey, I rolled an 18, but I didn't select token.
You didn't select your token. How
Yeah.
could you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. 18?
Yes.
Okay. This fella, roll initiative and get also 18.
Ooh.
And
Oof.
Father Bald War gets.
Gets a 20.
Good lordy, he got a 20. He called it. Oh, God.
I don't think T can.
it, I hate I'm right.
These initiatives.
I don't think T can get an 11. Did you take into account the feat he has, the alert feat? That's +5
I just rolled
on
it.
top of what he has.
I just used his
I
sheet to
don't
roll it. It's +6.
Yeah,
You rolled a 5.
I don't think +6 is correct. I'm pretty sure he should have +11, but I'm gonna double check. I feel like it's impossible for him to roll 11.
He has
So that
6
is the last-
initiative.
So the initiative's the last thing that's happening. We're not doing initial attacks.
That's correct. His initiative
Okay.
modifier is +5. Yeah, it says he has 6 initiative and he rolled a 5.
Yeah, but I don't know if the feat
What's
actually
his
adds
dex
on.
modifier?
1.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Alright.
Okay.
See you, Virgil.
See you next time.
So long.
See you next
Take care.
time.
Don't slip.
I won't slip. Love
Daddy
you too,
Bald
Magnus.
goes first. Who's faster out of Elma and Satsuka?
I have 4 to my dex modifier.
Elma has the same. I'll let you guys sort that out. And then Caleb is probably faster than Defender. What's Caleb's dex?
I don't remember. I need to check. Dexterity. 16.
16. Actually, that's a good point. What's Satsuka's actual dexterity score?
18.
18. Dang, Elma has 18. Okay. Caleb is faster than the Defender, who is faster than the guy's thing, then them, and then you. Alright. We'll double check Riha's initiative with him next week, but for now, this is where we're going to call it because we are down 2 members and there's no point starting initiative right at the end of a session. So, my friends, we will be back in hopefully 7 days. I forgot the outro I used last time. What was it? Come up with a new one.
Same sides?
Same.
Yeah, it was like same
we're on the
sides.
same sides. Yeah, the same style. Nice. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Well.